original the best.
Yeah, Rudy said the
Oh, we're
same
live.
thing.
We're live. We're live.
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back, hated to see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached, still rapping 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map, coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up, been on my grind since 2013, now the way that I live, I feel like a king, 24 hours, I'm locked in, I'm feeling like Kobe, getting these rings.
They bring six. Smith underneath, and they get it. Thornton.
Nothing left on my bucket list, but I'm grinding like I'm still in the basement. Ain't nobody who working harder. Money tall like Wembanyama. They be talking for the sidelines while I'm on the court. I've been a baller. I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still rapping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up. Always knew my potential. Hop in the Porsche and there ain't no rental. Came a long way from studying dental. Now I got plaques inside of my bedroom. Already know where I've been headed. I took my risk and I don't regret it. They showing me love, I'm showing it back. With every song I've been getting better. I know nothing that's good come free. No 9 to 5, I work all week. Put in my time and it keep paying off. I've been getting paid every time I speak. Used to have dreams of getting these M's. Now I make the money go work for me. Can't stop now cause I got what I wanted. Ain't nothing I need in my life but peace. I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve, I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up.
Salute Raider Nation, salute to the chat, salute to the mods in the chat, man. Salute to everybody here on the panel, Ozzy, Mike, and Harvey. Salute to Herb, Raider Ryan, Aaron. Appreciate all you guys showing up. If you guys want to give a shout out, feel free.
Yeah, it's the #1 Raider Stunner. What? Salute Dustin. Salute Sack Time Raider Mike. And salute Ozzy. And let's talk some Raider football. And I want all y'all in Raider Nation just to remember this. This is always the symbol of excellence. Thank you very much.
Yeah, shout out to everyone on the panel, Dustin, Mike, Harvey, and shout out to everyone that joins us in the chat today. And Rudy, thanks to Rudy, and Herb Leonard, I think, 88. And then salute to anyone that watches the replay later.
Yeah, salute to the panel. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for joining us and get the show rolling. Hey, Ryan, I was just talking to you in the chat earlier today. That's cool that you're here.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know, man, really do appreciate everybody that's been coming to the channel lately, supporting it, being here. Really do appreciate it. Had pretty good lives. We're going to be talking about Kubiak today and his staff that he would bring for Fernando. Pretty much going to talk about two things real quick before we get started, but no, get your own shit. All right. My bad. I was just reading that. All right. So basically, I just want to touch on two things. One, Jesse Minster was hired by the Ravens. Thank God. So now we don't have to worry about us hiring him. So I'm grateful for it, and I'm glad that they hired him. So I absolutely didn't want him as our head coach, not in any way, shape, or form. I've said it from day one. I think my pick. I'm okay if they hire Klint. I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it's the end of the world hire. I think he'll be all right. But I'm just gonna make clear my hire is I want Davis Webb, man. You give me Davis Webb and the group we talked about last night, and I mean I'm all for it. You give me Cliff Kingsbury, you give me Jim Leonard, and I think you got yourself a ballin' ass staff. The problem with Klint, I keep on telling it, like, Klint don't have the staff that Davis Webb can have. They don't have the same deal inside there. I'm not going to sit and say that he probably couldn't get Raheem Morris is a McVay guy anyway, so I don't think you'll get him over there either way. But he may. I don't know.
Never say never, Dustin. Never say never.
I would think he would go to I think he would probably go to the Niners, just to the fact that spot just came open with Saleh. That's a good team. He can go right in. But they run similar offenses and defenses there, so he'd probably be all right, so I don't think it'd be too big. But like I've said, I like Davis Webb, man. I think when you get a young guy like him that's up and coming, he'll have 10 years just on Kubiak, just starting. He's going to have 10 more years longer than him. And I'm just saying, like, I think with the staff that he can bring, the development that they can bring to Fernando, all the things that they can offer here, I think that's the better option to go there. LaFleur, my fucking guy's a joke. I don't even know why people would want him on our squad. I mean, if they didn't see the fucking guy coach with the Jets with Saleh, I don't know what the fuck we're thinking about. Like, I would rather take I would rather take Nate fucking Shieldhouse, or however the hell you say his name, before I would take LaFleur. If we're saying Matt, if we're talking Matt, fucking bring him on. If we're talking Mike, yeah, fucking keep him. Like they can keep his ass. I'm good on that, man. Like you gotta think about it. When any person's on McVay's staff, they're gonna always look good. And when people say, he's got to give him that chance. He's gonna he went with the best defensive coordinator in the league, supposedly, and Robert Saleh, fucking up to the fucking Jets. Is the organization shitty? Yeah, but that shouldn't matter in coaching. The motherfucker got his players. He had fucking Bryce Hall. You had Garrett Wilson. I mean, this guy got numerous goddamn fucking good players over here on that. He even had rookie fucking Zach Wilson. He couldn't do a fucking thing with them, but guess who could? Mike McDaniels down there in Miami when he fucking got him over there. Looked like a little superstar. I mean, nah, man, we can't do that shit. Fucking LaFleur he's a good coach under somebody else holding their pocket, but if he's gonna come over here and run the Raiders, that's a joke. That's absolutely.
Favorite question for you, Dustin. Didn't the San Francisco 49ers like Robert Saleh when he was there?
Say it one more time.
I said, didn't the San Francisco like Robert Saleh when he was there? What happened?
He liked them both times he was there.
All of a sudden he left. What happened?
A coach. He's a fucking head coach of the Titans. Of course he's gonna leave. Fucking pack his bags and bounce. I mean, Robert Saleh, I've said it. I think Robert Saleh's defense is fraudulent due to an extent. I mean, when fucking, when Kyle Shanahan's fucking scoring, 40 fucking points and Saleh's defense giving up 38. I mean, I don't know how the hell we're saying that's a good fucking defense. The guy giving up 30 points all the fucking time. I don't think you can say
sounds familiar.
Fucking defense.
Yeah.
He gave up 30 fucking points and got one stop at the end of the game. I mean, I think that's crazy as hell. I mean, good defenses when I grew up were like, hey, you're going to get 3, 10, maybe 17 fucking points, but you're not probably getting more than that. These fucking guys, they're like, oh, he's good defense. He even fucking give up 38 points last night, like, okay, the fuck you talking about, I mean, I'm telling you, they couldn't do nothing with the Jets, not even with Saleh with that defense, with all those fucking players on there. Not when he wasn't there when they had Aaron Rodgers, but because he sucked, he was already fired. So again, I'm not trying to get that guy at all, like zero. Like, how the hell can you go from being a bust ass OC and with the Jets, and now we're gonna be like run our team? Fuck, that's crazy as fuck. Yeah, I mean, that would be a Raider move. I'll tell you that right fucking now. I mean, that would be a Raider move. I would 100% take Davis Webb and train him, develop him over the next few years, and then go that route. Then,
right.
I mean, just because your brother can coach good doesn't mean you're going to coach good. I mean,
that's the true fact.
Always looks good under good coaches. It's just factual truth. I mean, they're always going to look good, but when they gave up or when they get the chance to go and do it themselves, fuck, whole different story. Story short, so basically just wanted to say Jesse Minster gets hired by the Ravens, so he's another guy off the board. And there was a post that came out this morning about Lamar Jackson being traded to the Raiders. Look, there were 2 posts put out there. There was a X post that was put out supposedly claiming that it was Lamar Jackson's account. It wasn't fucking his account. That was an edited post. He never said that he wanted to be fucking trade me to the Raiders. He never said that. It wasn't his fucking post. It is a straight lie. And all these fucking YouTubers, man, went out there.
So that was false information. Okay.
Guys threw up all kind of video after video after video of it, talking about these bullshit fucking stories. And the real post that got posted was a little kid that was wearing Lamar's jersey, and he was wearing
I saw that
football. He had a Raiders football in his hand, and the woman said, my son predicted where Lamar was going to be going because of the X post that was put up. And then he retweeted the post he retweeted the post, and he retweeted the post because he didn't read the caption. He just seen the little kid with the fucking jersey of his on. He didn't even notice the football. And then fucking not even, I don't know, 30 minutes later or so, he was like, oh shit, dude, fucking, he just pulled it off because he didn't fucking know. But at the end of the day, he never said that he was being traded. And this is the thing I think's crazy. All you'd had to do is search up the X post. The X post showed right away that post didn't exist over there. It wasn't anywhere. And then if you fucking image shoot the motherfucker, it'll pop up the fucking deal where it was made from a different fucking account. Like, I don't understand how you can have big old fucking channels run content and not screen your content that you're running and then talk about these guys are just piecing bullshit together. Like, literally just piecing bullshit. The whole
Copy and paste.
All day. Like, dude, they ain't gonna trade fucking. I posted a post about a month and a half ago when Max was fucking got hurt. They were gonna put him down, and posted a post about, hey, let's trade Max to the fucking. Well, I didn't say let's trade Max. I just said there's reports coming out that they may trade Max. But you think they would trade Max for Lamar? And that was like a month and a half, 2 months ago. Now we're just seeing crazy ass shit. It wasn't even a deal. I even said, like, they ain't gonna fucking do it. It was just a bullshit trade, you know? And why the fuck would we? Like, why the fuck would we? That's a joke. We're like, this is the shit I don't understand about Raider fans. I've proposed trade the fucking pick, get fucking 5 first-round picks, and they fucking say, no, oh, hell no, hell, fuck, we don't want to do that. That's fucking crazy. But then these motherfuckers will say, oh, let's fucking trade Mendoza, give our 5 first-round picks to the fucking Ravens, and then give them 2 fucking more for a 30-year-old broken fucking quarterback. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I'm telling you, Raider fans are the most twisted fucking people on the face of the earth, dude. You know, fucking trade to build your fucking squad with young dude, but we're gonna go give these motherfuckers 5, 6, 7 fucking first round picks for fucking Lamar. Like, I'm mind blown, dude. Like,
and I'm like, why would the Ravens trade Lamar Jackson? They just gave that man a damn contract extension.
His contract $75.5 million this year and $75.5 million next year. Like, I don't know where the fuck these guys come up with this shit, dude. And people are just like, yeah, you're fucking dumb. Like, you're just straight fucking dumb. You talk about let's rebuild the fucking team. How about let's just burn the motherfucker to the ground? How about that? Because obviously the fucking people out here trying to manage the fucking team obviously don't have a fucking clue in their mind. Every fucking single time a player comes available or not, it don't even fucking matter if that guy has any connection here. They're like, he's gone to the Raiders. And then everybody over here, oh, yeah, no, fuck that shit, man. Like, I'm not understanding why we just accept that type of shit. Lamar ain't coming here. The fucking ain't. There shouldn't be anybody saying, let's get fucking Lamar. Like, why the fuck are we doing that? I mean, goddamn. You ain't even fucking, you don't even have a team that can run, but you're going to ask him to run. And just in the last few years, this guy become the most injury-prone fucking guy. He's one of the best regular season quarterbacks, and he's the first motherfucker pack his bags and go home in the playoffs, dude. Like, I'm not getting him. There's no fucking way. Well, fuck it. We won't trade Mendoza for 5 first to build a team, but we'll fucking trade 7 first for Lamar. Like, I mean, god damn, man. Like, I just think it's crazy, man. And again, I just think like bad content's bad content, dude. If you have people work for you, run all your shit, dude, fucking individual. I found out in 3 fucking minutes that shit's bullshit. Like, it doesn't take fucking time. But the things that I can't stand about people, which I talk about all the time, is fake fucking people. Why the fuck do you go out there and make up a fake fucking story to bring in fucking people for clicks and fucking views just to push Raiders content? That's fucking bad content. That's bad fucking content. You're trying to ask motherfuckers if we should bring a dude like him, or this is some superstar fucking trade gonna happen right now. The fucking team is broken. The team's
Yes.
broken, the franchise fucking broken, and we're gonna go pay $75.5 million for a quarterback, right? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? You don't think $75.5 fucking million can, fix your team? Oh, fuck, I'm on that shit. Fucking guys talk about, man, we're fucking Raider fans. We want to be, fucking ain't Raider fans. Probably fake ass Chief fans posing as Raider fans, trying to act like we want to build shit. That's not trying to build shit. That's not trying to correct something that's broke, dude. That's just getting there saying, oh, there's the next shiny thing. There's the next shiny thing right there. Let me go fucking grab it. Oh, there's another Pepsi on shelf. Let me get it. Fucking, it's just what it is. It's advertisement, dude, and you can't do that shit. Our team's broke. Fix the motherfucker right. I don't have an issue if we're going to go with Fernando, but why the fuck would we go 22-year-old kid coming out of college fucking for a 30-year-old broken quarterback, dude? Like, I'm all right with that shit. Again, it's the same thing with Max. He one hit a fucking way from fucking being done over there too, and this guy's gonna be fucking one way hit away from some dude wiping his fucking knee out and be done too. Fucking, it's just what it is, man. People don't play in the NFL forever, and Tom Brady is not everybody else. They're not making it until they're 44 fucking years old unless you're a goddamn fucking kicker. Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game, and he fucking went at 42. Well, he's going to be gone this year, so 42, but maybe 43. He might go somewhere else. You never know. I mean, the guy wants to play, and I'm not going to say he can't play, but I'm just saying it's not everybody that can do that shit. Not everybody takes care of their body like that. Not every position can play like that. Linemen usually play pretty long, offensive linemen. Then, say, you usually get a quarterback for mostly if they're not taking a lot of hits in their whole career. I mean, you think about just how good of shape Tom Brady is. Fucking guy over there playing in the flag football fucking deal, and he's going to try to push for the Olympics to start in the Olympics in 2028 for flag football. Guy's crazy. The guy is just absolutely crazy. But long story short, man, this is how I feel about our team, and you can't fix the team if all you keep doing is trying to break it. When people put up stuff like that, and why ain't people researching it? Why are motherfuckers all in the chats fucking agreeing on shit that's not even real? Nobody fucking decided to go fucking image search the fucking post. No one decided to go to the motherfucker's page and look for the motherfucking post. Those are the things that just mind boggle me. Every post on the motherfucking deal says with the little kid that it was just a retweet on the top, and motherfucker just about 15 fucking minutes later on the page it was saying, hey, fucking he just retweeted without no caption. He didn't fucking know. He fucking literally came right out, and then all of a sudden, boom, fucking Twitter fucking post drops that says fucking trade me to the Raiders with the fucking deal and laughing. It's this is ridiculous, dude. I just don't understand why all these people can be in the chat listening to shit, but nobody fact checking that motherfucker. Not one goddamn person. The motherfucking second that I got told, I told him, yeah, fucking right. It'll be against the rules for Lamar to just fucking say straight up, hey, trade me over to the fucking Raiders over there. He can't fucking do that. When they go and take you in the fucking room and they ask about a preference because you don't have a no trade fucking clause, that's different. You just coming out a national fucking deal, just say, fuck it, I want to go over here. Fuck, you'll be out of the NFL. They're not going to allow that shit. And for him just to randomly just say it out of nowhere, then people are like, that's why I think it's crazy. I knew right away, just by the wording in the fucking deal, I was like, yeah, that's fucking fake. There is no fucking way that is real. There is absolutely no fucking way. And then, you know what people started doing? Well, this is the disgusting part about social media. They start taking just clips everywhere. Oh, Lamar was on this podcast the other day. He said that he liked Klint. Oh, he's not going to want to roll with Jesse. Oh, the Raiders are probably going to, they're going to send, it's just bullshit one after another. Just bam, 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 bam. All the dude got asked was how he felt about the OC. He said he's hard as fuck to scheme against, man. That guy makes everybody aware on the field, these guys just cut shit up just to push it out there, dude. And then people don't even see it. Like I said, I just think I hate when we start. We're not getting Lamar, man. We are absolutely not getting Lamar. I don't think Tom Brady even considered get Lamar. I don't think Spytek, not Mark, not nobody. We are not
Getting Lamar would be the dumbest fucking shit ever
Yes.
for multiple reasons. One, it would eat up most of our cap space and prevent us from building depth and filling other positions on the team. Two, like Dustin was saying before, fucking Lamar's pretty much getting like injury prone at this point. Three, as good as he is, doesn't matter if he's MVP or not, he's never won a fucking playoff game yet. Or no, I
Nope.
think he won one. I don't think he's won any yet. I don't
No.
think he's even gone
You
to
haven't
the second
won
round.
any.
So, like, why the fuck would we go spend all that money on someone that's continuously getting injured near the fucking end of this or halfway through the season, doesn't fucking play in playoffs half the time, or fucking doesn't win shit? And why are we going to pay him all that money? That'd be just dumb as shit.
Fuck, you don't have a defense. You don't have fucking offense. You don't have a line. You fucking just going to be bringing a fucking coach here. Like, fucking dude's 30 years old on a fucking rebuild over here thinking like, hey, we're going to get the best out of him. What is he, just going to turn into a fucking pocket passer? Is that what he's going to fucking do? Because in the last few times he's been hit running, he's been hurt. Just straight up, dude. Like, can't go to fucking playoffs and win with your hurt quarterback. Like, it just don't work like that. Why wouldn't I would take Fernando way before he's 22 years old. He don't get fucking hurt, and he can still throw the motherfucking ball. Like, and it ain't gonna cost me about $40 million over 5 years. That fucking guy, $75.5 million fucking dollars. You got 116, and you're like, here you go. Yeah, that's what a woman would do. She just spend half your fucking money just right away. Just fucking thank you. Like, nah, fuck no, dude. You got to build a team. You have to build a team. Can't preach rebuild all this shit and then go give me Lamar. Like, you can't do that shit. You preach rebuild that you need to fucking finally fix the structure of the organization, then do the motherfucker right. Break the bitch down, build it back up, dude. I'm not going to take old ass boards and build a new fucking home around it. I'm going to bulldoze that bitch, fucking catch it on fire, burn it to the fucking ground, and build everything new. And probably don't even use wood. I'll probably use motherfucking metal. So, going to be there for a long motherfucking time. So, I just don't understand why we're like, you know, those 2x4s been there for fucking 34 years. Still look like got good. Let's just keep the fuck. Yeah, you're crazy as hell. Like, fucking, you rip down 3/4 of this bitch, you rip it all down. Like, fucking, I ain't trying to look like a pack rat. Fucking, I swear I just hate it. I don't know. I get irritated, man. I'm not going to fucking lie. I absolutely hate, dude, just falsifying shit into our team, dude. And then we brainwash our fucking, these guys are dumb as hell to begin with. And we're just going to fucking feed them full of shit. Like, that's crazy as hell. Like, I feel sometimes, dude, like, we got to be like, slow it down. Let's explain this so they can
pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Holy shit. But either way, we're gonna talk about Klint and Karl Scott. Karl Scott's a DB coach for the Seahawks. He interviewed with us a few times throughout the last few years for the defensive coordinator position. He tried to interview for it under Pete Carroll when he was here. There's basically a lot of people are just saying that Klint has talked about that this would be his defensive coordinator that would come with him. It's not going to be I wanted Aiden Dern. He's way better. I would take him in a heartbeat. I think freaking listen, even if I was Klint, I would still try to get Jim Leonard over fucking Karl Scott, like just straight up. If that's the guy he's going to roll with, and you get a young guy, you get a guy that knows coverages, you know, he has good success with the DBs. He has good success with, I mean, pretty much what he's done. He's just never been a play caller yet. He's been with the Vikings. He's been with the Seahawks. I mean, I think I have his deal. Yeah, he's the defensive backs coach in Miami and Seattle, defensive backs coach. You know, I can actually just talk about who he is real quick, so that way when we ask questions, you guys will kind of have some idea if you don't know who he is. So basically, like who Karl Scott is, current role NFL defensive back coach for Seahawks. specialties, secondary play, coverage communication, defensive structure, reputation, smart, detailed oriented, player friendly, scheme versatile. Scott is known for more of developing players and organizing defenses than for chasing headlines. Coaching background is basically he went to in college, he coached for Alabama, Texas Tech, and Florida State. At the college level,
Okay.
Scott built a reputation as a strong recruiter, developer, a specialist, and defensive backs. NFL experience, which is what I just told you guys: Minnesota Vikings defensive back coach, Seattle defensive back coach. Working on both schemes. Working in both system exposed him to split safety defenses, pattern match coverages, modern disguise concepts used across NFL today. What kind of defense he believes in? Karl Scott's defense typically emphasize clean communications in the secondary, limiting explosive plays, flexible coverage shells not locked into one look, teaching DBs to play fast, not robotic. He's not a blitz-heavy chaos system coach. He prefers discipline, structure, situational awareness. That makes him appealing to offensive-minded head coaches. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I told you guys for a while that I said I would rather have DBs in the backfield than have DNs on the line. I've said it. If I don't give a fuck if the DN gets to the quarterback fast, if there's no corners to cover, they can just throw the fucking ball. They're gonna beat the corner more times than not. You put a good corners on receivers, and then they may have to buy a little bit more time, but that'll give average guys on the line time to get to the quarterback. Once the line's broke, it's broke. Just because it didn't break in 2.5 seconds and it broke in 3.5, it still can get through there. I've said corners have the second hardest job in the NFL. They have to mirror the best receivers in all of football. So to me, I would prefer a defensive back coach versus somebody that's consistently blitzing on the line. I keep saying Salah's defense is flawed, man. Like, if he had better coverage in the back end, he probably wouldn't be getting burned for fucking 38 fucking points. You know, like I've said it. You can't score on motherfuckers if you can't break loose of them over there. And this is where we get people where they're putting 5'9" fucking corners on tight ends, dude, that are just crazy. But, you know, whatever. But long story short, I think I would prefer a defensive back coach. Just like I said, he knows the coverage, man. He can put more pressure on him that way. If you were to take probably just Tyreek Hill or Tyreek Wilson and frickin' Khalil or Malcolm Kuntz, and you put them in a system like this where they just had to get X amount of pressure on the line for so long, they're going to get through. Our biggest problem is we have nobody that can cover. You know, people are like, oh, Eric, the corner that Eric Stokes, they were like, oh, he was really good this year. Motherfucker, you know why he was good? Because they were torching the shit out of Kai Blue Kelly. They were just burning this fool. Guy want a 100-yard game? Well, go on Kai Blue Kelly over there. Then fucking throw over to this fucking guy. Why am I worried about throwing over to you when I'm just going to go get 100 on this dude right here? He can't cover nobody. Then he has a Meek Robinson game. I swear he had a Meek Robinson game. He had a Meek Robinson where fucking just ball just throw right in his chest. Fucking 3 goddamn times in a row. Fuck quarterback just throws the ball right in dude's chest. What do you do? Catch 2 of them. Third one, he just dropped even right in his hands. You know, like bunch of bullshit. But long story short, I mean, I just say I like the defensive back coach. I think that's a good deal. I mean, this guy's tried to interview for us for a few times. So, I mean, if it's destined to be, it's just destined to be, you know. His name comes up as a DC candidate. Scott is often mentioned as a future defensive coordinator because a player responds well to him. He simplifies complex concepts. He's viewed as a leader, not just a position coach. He fits the league's shift towards coverage first defense. Like I say, that's what I would do. I would fucking. But the only real question mark is that he has not yet been a full-time NFL DC, which makes him a project hire rather than a proven one. Fits with a coach like Klint. With Klint Kubiak, Scott makes sense because there's no ego conflict, clear division of responsibilities. Scott can grow into the role along the side of a young head coach. Babe. Both value structure development over chaos. What is it?
What? That's Austin. No, I gave you plenty.
So Karl Scott is not a splash hire, not a risky personality, a legitimate development coach with a coordinator upside. If he becomes a defensive coordinator, the league reaction would be, that's a smart, modern hire. Let's see if he can scale it. So pretty much, I mean, they look, man, there's a guy that just got signed by the Cowboys. What was his name? Parker, I think it's Christian Parker. Christian Parker, man, like he had a really, really good resume, and I would have loved to hire that guy, but like I said, he ended up going to the Cowboys. But this is kind of the same deal. He had that type of deal, resume like him, and then Karl has kind of the same.
It's tomorrow, Dad.
Yeah,
Love you.
good night. So, it's always risky when you're going with coaches that never have done anything like Coach Al, where you can see them call the plays. But I mean, you can take people like Mike McDaniels, where he went over to the Dolphins and he never called plays under Kyle Shanahan and went right over there, problem calling plays. So I think sometimes we sit and say, oh, just because he's not calling the plays for the team doesn't mean he doesn't have a position within the team. And when you're pass game coordinators and things like that, you would assume you can call plays. Like, I don't think you get put in a pass game coordinator position where you're in a red zone offense or defense and you can't scheme that shit. You're sure in the hell ain't going to be in that position. So I just think with Karl, I would rather hire Jim Leonard. If I'm picking, I'm taking Jim Leonard. That would be my guy. But and I'd pick him with Webb and Clint or Cliff before I pick this staff. I mean, this staff would probably be the only way I feel like this staff would intrigue me is if they hire Clint, hire his brother Clay, and then you can bring Karl over here. I don't really care at that point. But I feel like if you're just hiring what's up? All right, let's go, dude. All right, go out of my bad. Hey. All right, let's go up. All right. Close my door. Fucking kids, man. I swear they'll fucking just walk right in and you're like, oh no, fucking.
Yeah, no, man.
You need a lock.
Yeah. I mean, they do that 90 days.
Then they just sit there and knock on it, probably.
Dude,
put the dresser right in front of the door.
These kids will just never they just keep on. Tell them no fucking. My one kid's at the fucking point where I'm gonna tie her up. Be like, literally, she'll just sit here and tell me every time I tell her, like, hey, you got to get up. Nope. Motherfucker, you ain't tell me no again. I'm gonna fucking whip your fucking ass, dude. Like, I swear she'll just tell you like fucking 10 times right to you. Nope. Yeah, fucking, I don't know where the hell you think you're and tell me no, man. Fucking kid. Just tell you get your fucking ass up, get the hell out of my shit right now. But I mean, look, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Karl couldn't be good with Klint. Klint's offense will probably carry himself. Oh man, dude. So, ooh. All right, dude. What is it, man? All right. All right, dude. I love you, bro. All right. Wasn't doing. Wasn't doing, man. It's like it would be one of these nights, fucking. But long story short, man, I mean, I think, like you said, you're getting the offense from Klint, and I get it that he looks good with Seattle and how they're running. But Kingsbury looked just as good last year with Jaden going to the fucking NFC Championship game. What, in a rookie with a rookie? So I mean, I don't know why we're over here sitting overhyping. I think we're just overhyping a Kingsbury, or not Kingsbury, but Klint Kubiak and fucking Fernando. I don't know. This must be the year of the hype, dude, is what it feels like. It's like the year of the hype because we're sitting here acting like Seattle's not a bad team. Like that's what I think so crazy as hell. Seattle's had one of the fucking. I mean, when was the last time they had a losing season? In fucking 21? It wasn't in 21. They had losing season, right?
2021. Yeah.
Yeah. When the fuck was it before then? When the fuck was it before then? Probably multiple years. I mean, if we were looking over the last 20 years of their organization, what are we looking at? Maybe 2-3 losing seasons? Like, I'm not understanding. Just fucking acting like I keep saying, what did people miss in fucking the Saints? What did people miss at the Saints? Motherfucker fell off after Derek Carr fell off, so something motherfucking happened there. And you're asking him to run your fucking team, your whole organization. Like, no, I mean, listen, I get it. People fuck up. I totally get that. And I get it. Not everybody's perfect, but there are people have flaws. That's a fucking fact. And if they're not trying to figure out where the flaws are in a team that's broke already, we're probably going to be in some trouble. And then the other thing I'm not understanding is you have people that are qualified like a son of a gun. Why are we just trying to guess? Like, why are we guessing? Don't you think it'd make more sense guess on a 30-year-old than a 40 fuck? What is he, 38 to 42? How old is this guy?
Somewhere.
Yeah, he's 38 years old. So again, he's not old, you know. I mean, he's still pretty young. I just think for where we're at, man, it makes more sense to have that. I guess this is what I would say for my argument against Klint. If Kingsbury's coming to the team as an OC, he just as qualified as him. So I'm not understanding why the fuck we're gonna go make this guy the head coach when Cliff Kingsbury's just as qualified as him. He has a better fucking track record with building quarterbacks than this guy ever thought he would in a million years. So I'm not understanding like why the Cliff Kingsbury OC being with that head coach deal with Jim Leonard. I mean, goddamn. I mean, I don't know why we want to be pushing for that type of roster. But long story short, we'll hop into. Again, I can't be biased to him, but again, it's fucking just like I just feel like Klint, man. I've watched this story too many times with the Raiders, dude. Like too many fucking times, man. We go get an offensive coordinator of his stature, bring him here, and fuck, it is what it is. So I told you guys who Karl Scott is. So if you get somewhere you can answer it or think, then you can. If not, then it doesn't matter. All right.
What is the question? What do we think about? What do we think about him?
No, I'm gonna read a question. I haven't read no question.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
I was just ranting. Man.
I got you.
Talking shit.
No problem.
But we are going to start right now. We will get into Klint Kubiak and Carl Joseph. We'll go. I'm just saying, like, I would rather have Webb, dude. I'd rather take the chance on the young guy. I don't have a problem if we hire Klint, but I just don't think it's this big old flashy hire like people think. But it is what it is, But long story short, we'll start off with the first question. Is Klint Kubiak ready to be a head coach, or is this another candidate to head coach Campbell? So is this basically, is he ready to be a head coach, or could this be Mike or Josh McDaniels hire? Harvey, you can start.
I think he's ready to be a head coach. After all, you read all his country, gave down his rundown in his career. So I think Tom Brady, John Spatek, they know what they're doing by investing time in him to hire him. So I think he's gonna make a good head coach if if it happens.
Mike.
Oh, yeah, I think it'd be a good. I do like the idea of it, and then bringing Davis Webb as OC maybe. But I mean, his run. I like his aggressive run style offense. I do like that. So, and I think that that's what we need to get back to for our identity, and I think he can help us with that. So, yeah, I'd be okay with him.
Ozzy, what do you think?
So is the question what we think of Karl Scott and that regime, or with
No, dude, the question is Klint Kubiak ready to be a head coach, or is it another Josh McDaniels hire?
To be perfectly honest, until he comes out and be a head coach, it's hard to say. Like, it could end up being a fucking Denver Broncos fucking situation, Josh McDaniels situation, for all we know. Like, I think he definitely has the background of being a great player caller, a great OC. But then you can say the same thing about Josh. Then once he got the head coaching job at both times, it's just he's never had the ego or the mentality as a head coach.
So, and Josh has 6 Super Bowl rings.
And exactly. And I would that's what I was about to say, is that I would say Josh's pedigree before being a head coach in Denver was way higher than Kubiak's is right now. I mean, if you look at all the Super Bowls he won before he went to Denver as a head coach, like, he had way more higher standing in the league than what Kubiak does right now. Then I'd also argue the point that Josh knows how to develop certain quarterbacks. So, like, if we're being real about it, Josh probably has more talent as an OC than Kubiak. The difference is, does Kubiak have the mentality to be head coach? That's the real question we've got to ask ourselves. And the answer is, at the moment, we don't know, because he's never done it yet. Like, we don't have anything to go off of yet. So it remains to be seen. So I'm going to say it again. I said it last night. I'm skeptical about Kubiak until he comes. I'll support the regime change if that's who we end up in as a coach. But I'm just going to be skeptical until I see him, until I see him actually bring success to the Raiders. Then once I can see that things are changing for the better, then I'll give him his flowers then. But I'm not going to jump the gun and say it's going to be a great hire when we don't know.
I like that way of thinking, Ozzy.
Yeah,
that was good.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not going to be on the hype train about it.
Right.
All right.
That's pretty much how I see it, man. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh, sorry, later, Bobby. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt if we hire him and see how he does, but I'm just not going to be on the hype train about it.
I don't know how we can say Kingsbury is a traitor. He had a shot with us. He asked for 3 years. They only want to give him 2.
Right.
Like, so I don't know how he's a traitor that the team didn't want to give him the contract and he chose to go somewhere else. That's usually how business works. If I'm not getting what I'm asking and they're not willing to give it, I mean, fuck, I'm going to go somewhere else.
And you move on, yeah. Was he supposed to go? Or
I don't know if I would say traitor. How is it even traitor? They didn't offer him the 3 years, and then he was like, see you later. They fucking told him, we're only giving you 2 years because they knew AAP's ass wasn't going to last. Like, they knew that shit right away. And that's why I've said the Kingsbury hire is like the perfect hire because he will come back as the OC, not the head coach. And it'll be Webb that'll be the head coach. Like it's damn near the perfect match because everybody knows Kingsbury will leave in 2 years. He could have left the first year with the Redskins, but he chose to stay. And then, this year just fell off pretty big. But even at that, I think he would stay 2 years to help Webb, and then he would bounce to go take his own head coaching job. But I don't know if I'd go as far as saying he's a traitor when they didn't even give him what he asked for. Al, what do you think about the question? Is Klint Kubiak ready to be a head coach, or could he be another Josh McDaniels?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think it's a great question. I think that's why I think all of us said last night that, hiring Clint or hiring like Davis Webb, there's always like an element of a gamble. Well, like I mentioned yesterday, right? Like scared money don't make money. And I do think that there's an opportunity here to give a young head coach or a young candidate like Kubiak the opportunity to be a head coach. Can he pan out and be like Josh? Yes, that's a possibility. But can he pan out and be like Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDonald and a lot of these like young coaches who have taken their teams to extreme heights? That could be the avenue, right? Like I mentioned yesterday, we went the proven route. We got Pete, the guy who won at the collegiate level, the guy who won the Super Bowl. Dude was like damn near 80 years old, proven experience, resume, fill up like $10 based on his resume. And that didn't work, right? And so
Well, we just pulled him out of retirement, from the senior citizen home, and then asked him to coach. But yeah, 100%.
right, dude, like we fucking, we got his dentures that were on his bedstand and we're like, hey dude, come on, let's roll through, do another year. But I think it is a gamble, and I think it could. I mean, there is a distinct possibility that he could be Josh McDaniel, but like on the other side, right? If you roll the dice, he could be, as I mentioned, a Sean McVay, a Kyle Shanahan, a Mike McDonald. He could be really good for us, and I think if something is true about the NFL and the way that it's been going over the past few years, is it's getting younger and younger on the coaching ranks. Right? Like you don't really see a lot of the old heads around anymore. A lot of that breed is kind of like died off, and it's really sort of like a young man's game. And I think players are more responsive to that, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how old you guys are, but like this younger generation, they take a different kind of coaching. I think you need like a younger dude that could relate to these guys. Like long gone are the days of like fucking 2-a-day practices, 3-a-day practices, where you're yelling at these guys and you're, berating them, and that's the way that you're coaching these guys up. I think that kind of era of coaching is pretty much done. Like that shit's cooked. And so I think you need like a younger guy now that could relate to these guys better. And I think that's why you've seen a lot of like, these younger coaches being successful, like Ben Johnson, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Mike McDonald. Like these guys have an ability to relate, and I think part of it is they're just younger. Like it's just. I mean, I'm probably damn near like Dustin's age or Ozzy's age. Just I think we're generally like around the same age. Like getting yelled at on the practice field was like an everyday thing. Like that's the shit that's how you learn and that's how you came up. But I don't think that's the way that these kids are taking coaching now.
If they went to Alabama, with Nick Saban there, they most definitely heard it.
Right. But even that guy's out now, right? Like he retired. So
yeah, that shit didn't work in pros NFL either. His coaching style. He tried NFL coaching, it did not work.
Tried with the Dolphins and early. What was it? Early 90s?
Something like that.
Yeah, and he just I think if he came back now, he probably would have been different. But yeah, he didn't. He did not have anywhere close to the success in colleges in NFL. Nowhere close.
Mm-mm.
This is the only thing I think about with Klint. And this is why so listen, if Klint can bring in Cliff, but he wouldn't because Klint wants to call his own plays, right? His staff, where's his veteran? Who's monitoring him? What has he proven and shown that from his little 2-round stint? What has he shown that he can just fully come in and just run the whole entire deal? If Webb comes here, he's just taking the role. He's going to get the role. He's going to develop, but he has a proven head coach right underneath him that is a very successful play caller, very successful at developing fucking quarterbacks. And on the other hand, over here, this guy calls plays the same fucking way this guy calls plays because he's ran one of the fucking best damn offenses in the league, even with Jaden in his first year out of college. And this guy runs veteran quarterbacks. He runs a veteran team. This fucking guy run any fucking team. Like, I'm in my mind, is he a good play caller? I would not argue the fact. When you're getting Webb and you're getting Cliff maintains Webb. He keeps him in his lane. I've been a head coach. I know where I fucked up. He can see this. This guy's not going to have an equal. He won't have an equal. So when he hires a OC, he's hiring a fucking Greg Olson. He's going to put a Greg Olson in that position. Now let's go in John Gruden and Sean Payton's deal, right? They were shit fucking hot. They were fucking going all over motherfucking place. The Niners, the Packers, the fucking Eagles, then he came to the Raiders. That dude was shit fucking hot. He was all over the motherfucking place. So was fucking Peyton. And then he comes over here to the fucking Raiders. He already shown at his age that he can go do that. Kyle fucking or Sean McVay. There was never a fucking question about his role inside the locker room like there is with fucking Klint. I ain't never heard a fucking deal that they don't think he would be a good head coach because of his voice in the locker room. This motherfucker commands the locker room. You know, and again, we're not going to know until Klint goes into that position, but there is a massive fucking role here that I don't know why the fuck we're just missing it, is that he's never developed a fucking quarterback. He's never developed a quarterback. Am I crazy? Am I fucking crazy? I didn't even want to draft a fucking quarterback, but I'm sure in fucking hell that Raider Nation wants this kid named Fernando fucking Mendoza. He needs to be fucking developed. He is not motherfucking Andrew Luck. He is not motherfucking Joe fucking Burrows. Joe Burrows would dog this motherfucker left-handed. He outthrow this motherfucker left-handed, and we were sitting here talking about that he's not on his level, dude. It is just straight fucking facts, dude. Joe Burrows carved up motherfuckers all across the whole field. He exploded. Boom! Fucking just took over. Like, this kid's not him. You're going to develop this kid. How do you develop him with somebody that's never developed a quarterback? Could he go get an OC and put him in that position that could develop? Yeah, I'm not going to argue that, but is that guy better than fucking Cliff? I highly doubt that. I highly fucking doubt that guy's going to be more capable to outcoach or train a quarterback than Cliff Kingsbury. Like, it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make sense. The Webb and Kingsbury are nothing but developed quarterbacks. And let's just say you go with Webb anyways, he still has got way more quarterback development than Klint. Like, fucking people are just looking at the team and they're fucking saying, oh, look at what they're doing. I mean, this shit happens every fucking year, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, I don't think he'll be. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I think I'm just going to say, like Ozzy. I mean, I think he said it, but I think you just got to wait till he goes on the field because this guy can most definitely end up being Josh. I think sometimes, I mean, you get portrayed to be who you are. He's only been on nothing but good teams. He's only been on nothing but good fucking teams, man. Like, he fucking went from the Niners under fucking Kyle, dude, that runs one of the best offenses in all the fucking league. He went right over to the Saints with Derek Carr, put up 40 fucking points with a veteran quarterback, and the second Derek Carr got injured, that shit went right off the fucking edge. And then guess what? Get you on a I'll bet you 10 grand if you know where he went next, where he was good again, right to the fucking AFC or the NFC West to the Seahawks fucking with Sam. I mean, Sam. I mean, the guy, I mean, whatever. I don't even give a fuck. The guy will probably be good, but I just feel like, are we developing quarterback, building a team? I know Tom Brady's ass is not fuck come down here and developing that quarterback. I know that the minute that hiring's over and all this shit gets done, he's ass going back to the booth. He's over playing flag football. Motherfucker be playing flag football. Different country. Where is it even at? Dubai? Fuck. I don't even know where it's at, but
One of them countries.
yeah, exactly. And we're over here acting like this guy's gonna fucking sit out here on the field with fucking Fernando. No, the fuck he's not, dude. He'll fucking tell Fernando, you can call me anytime you need me. That's what he's gonna fucking tell him.
Yep.
But either way, I mean, Clint's obviously doing what he's doing good right now, so you can't knock him. But I think when you're sitting here saying, are we gonna go get Mac Jones and let Clint run Mac Jones for the next 2 years? If we're doing that, then fuck it, let's go. I'm all good for that. But fuck, if we're sitting here saying this guy's never developed a quarterback and he's going to go start out next year, him with Fernando out there, fuck that. Fuck that. I'd rather have John Gruden. Why don't we just go hire John Gruden? I mean, what the fuck why are we doing this? This is going to be crazy as hell. And I ain't going to say he couldn't succeed. I'm absolutely not saying that. The problem is it ain't no different than you flipping a coin and calling heads or tails. It's no fucking different. You're just hoping that you got what you called, man. That's all it is. And how is the Raiders? What are we, like 0 for 15? So I guess logic would say sooner or later it's gonna hit heads, so fuck. Didn't hit it 15 times, 15 fucking flips. It ain't hit shit yet, but hopefully it's 16th time, but either way.
16.
Yeah. What does Klint Kubiak actually do better than the recent Raiders head coaches? I mean, that's I don't even know why I put that that's stupid. I mean, the guy's he got common sense. Fuck. I mean, so basically, I know why I put that. Okay, I didn't mean it by Pete. I was like, boy, why the fuck would I have done that? Put the question because it wasn't about the previous coach. It's about the previous coaches. So basically, from Gruden on, from McDaniels, AP, to what's it called, Pete. The question is what does Klint Kubiak actually do better than recent Raiders head coaches? I would say you would have to compare him to fucking Josh instantly. Like he would have to be compared to Josh instantly. And you want to know something? Watch this. I just got to see this, okay? I'm just going to be curious of my own fucking deal. See, this is why things like these will start to scare you because Josh and Klint Kubiak's stats are fucking mirable. They're mirable, literally. Like literally identical.
That's fact. That's why I keep referencing him to Josh McDaniels every time.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at 2025 offense comparisons against both of them, they're both 14-3, first in the AFC West, first in the NFC West. Points per game, offense 28.8. Second, Josh McDaniels 28.4. Third, Klint Kubiak. Offensive ranking and scoring, top 3. Klint Kubiak, top 3. Passing offense, strong Mays, 4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns. Strong receiving, Smith Najigba, or however you say his name, 1,793 yards. Run game balance, Josh Henderson, moderate Henderson, 911 rushing yards. Balanced with Walker, Kubiak balanced with Walker, and then was 730 yards. I mean, they mirror each other identical. Like their stats are identical. And that's the kind of shit that just scare you because you just sit here and say, you're a good play caller, but can you be a good fucking head coach? I said he just gives me Josh McDaniels vibes like a motherfucker. He's always giving me Josh McDaniels vibes, dude. I mean, let me tell you what
I guess let's say question that I have is, let's say we do hire this guy, how many games would you give him before you actually like
well,
judge
we're
him
not
as a
going to do that
success?
because that's one of my questions. So the question is what does Klint Kubiak actually do better than recent Raider head coaches? You can start, Al.
What does he do better?
Yeah, what is he going to do better than any of the previous head coaches we've had?
I mean, when we start comparing, I guess we could start off comparing to Pete. I think he brings some youthfulness there. Maybe more energy than Pete. I think probably like more dedication. Probably a better relation with the actual players. In comparison to AP, I think you get someone who's a little bit more X's and O's. I think AP was more of just like a pure like rah guy. Whereas I think with Kubiak, you get a guy who I think he is smart. I think he is like a football nerd. He reminds me of Mike McDaniel and Josh McDaniels. So I think you get more of an X's and O's guy in comparison to AP. And I think you get a benefit above what's his name, Rich Bisaccia, who's more of a special teams guy and a pure special teams guy. So I think you get some, an X's and O's guy, a guy who could relate to the players more, more energy, and hopefully an offensive whiz. So I mean, I think that's what he offers, like on the plus side. But other than that, I think it's really sort of like a black box because we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him operate as like a head coach, and we haven't seen him operate or develop a young quarterback. So I think all of those are like question marks.
Yeah. Ozzy, what do you think?
Well, to be honest, if we're talking about the previous three coaches, as in being like Pete Carroll, AP, and Josh McDaniels, with two of them, he's going to bring more of an offense. But with the Josh McDaniels comparison, once again, I don't see what he can bring other than a possible different ego, like a better ego. But as far as like coaching offense, like we just said a minute ago, like we were just talking about a minute ago with the comparison, is him and Josh as far as offenses go just as good as each other. I think sometimes people got to look past the Patriot bias and see shit for what it is. I mean, Josh's what was it, his first year here? He had one of the best rushing attacks and one of the best overall. Like gave Devontae Adams a top fucking year as well in the same season. Like if you look past all the Patriot bias shit, Josh's offense was fine. That wasn't the issue with him. Like the issue with him was two things. One, losing leads late in games, but that was really off the defense more so. And then two, obviously his ego playing a part in it. Like you take the ego out of Josh. If Josh doesn't have such an ego, he could have been a successful coach here with his offense. Like it was successful with Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs and Devontae in the first year. So the problem that's why I'm skeptical about Klint. Like I have to see him lead a locker room. I have to see him lead players on the field. I have to see how he is as a head coach on the sideline during games. Is he going to be like John Gruden and call umpires out when they fucking make bullshit calls and on calls? Like, is he going to be like Gruden, or is he going to be like a statue over there and not really do anything? Like, is he going to be a leader of men, or is he going to be like a quiet kind of coach that's just like X's and O's? So as far as doing different than the other three, two of them I can see a better offense compared to Pete and AP. But with Josh, I put him and Josh kind of on par as far as the offense. So it all comes down to the ego, really, the mentality. Can Kubiak have a better mentality within the team as a head coach than Josh McDaniels did? If the answer is yes, then I think he'll succeed. That's how I see it anyway.
Facts. Mike.
I gotta agree with Ozzy on a lot of what he said there. As far as comparing the AP, obviously he has and also Al said the same thing. Compared to AP, I mean his knowledge is vastly better. As far as Pete Carroll, I think his offense is more up to date. And as far as uh, Josh McDaniels, I think I'm just hoping he the has a better relationship with the players. In other words, where they feel like they're not separated from him. Like he's part of the team. Like they're together on it. That's why I think Josh McDaniels lacked was that it was no uh, I'm the coach. You do what I say. That's it. And I'm hoping. I don't know if Klint Kubiak's that type of coach, but I don't think he is. And I think that'll help. With the better knowledge than the other coach or AP or whatever, but still has better skills with the players. I think that'll be nice if that's what ends up happening. I think that'll be his advantage against Josh.
Yeah, I
I said
mean,
that in any way to make sense.
I guess it'll all just come back down to what it was. Fuck, I don't even remember what the fuck was the question. It was
Well, he does better than the recent coaches that we've had.
he's way better play caller outside of Josh. That's the only thing I can say. He's way better
Hmm.
play caller than any person that's been here up to Josh. So from Josh, AP, Pete, that's not really saying much in the last two coaches. I've said Pete been out of the NFL for a year and we made him our coach. I don't think he can call plays. So I would just say until they get out here, I'm probably just going to say with everything all you guys said, the same thing is just going to be till the end. Let me get the next question here. Can Klint Kubiak command the locker room, or would he need veteran coordinators to carry authority early? So is he going to depend on? Is he going to depend on like going with veterans to help him, or do you think he can do it on his own? And start with you, Mike.
Well, that kind of goes on with my thing with him in your earlier question is I think he can, but I mean it, I think it in my opinion he'll get along better with players, so players will be more willing to listen to him. And as far as having command, I mean, we really don't know. He's not been a head coach, so we really don't know what he's going to do in that role. But I think just by being the fact that the players just don't hate him, that the locker room will give him more time. I think.
Oh yeah, what do you think, Ozzy?
Yeah, I just gotta kind of agree with Mike on that one. Just gotta give him more time.
What do you think, Al?
Yeah, I mean, I think he should hire coordinators, experienced coordinators, and lean on their experience. On the defensive side of the ball, on the special team side of the ball, I don't think he necessarily has the wherewithal at this stage of his career to like basically handle all aspects of the team. So I think it'd be smart for him to like hire experienced coordinators. I actually think of like Sean McVay when he first started with the Rams. If you guys remember, he got Wade Phillips as defensive coordinator. And I think that like really helped him. And I think he learned a lot from Wade in terms of how to develop as a head coach. So I think Kubiak would be like well served to get together a roster of experienced guys that could assist them with developing the team.
Just to add, I'd probably say the one thing I could think of actually off the top of my head is just it would probably depend on the DC. It's kind of like what we talked about before. With if you have an offensive-minded head coach, it kind of has to rely on the DC, and then if you have a defensive-minded coach, you kind of have to rely on the OC for the other side of the ball. But I think the other problem I have with him is, again, it goes back to what we've been saying, is he's unproven as a head coach. But as an OC, I have no problems with the guy. So it just depends if we can handle the responsibilities of a head coach, like being in a locker room and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, I think he 100% needs to bring the coordinators. I mean, I'm telling you, I've heard that people believe he's not going to be able to command some of these people in the locker rooms attitude wise. If you're not just going in there and talking to just, little kids, some of these dudes got some weird fucking problems, dude. Like I've said, like not everybody can get through at being a head coach. When you're a coordinator, you just manage your own section. You're not managing everything else. And again, I'm not going to say Clint can't do it. I would just say it would be dumb if he did not hire coordinators in order to help him succeed in that role starting out. You're as good as the people around you. It's just facts. So I would hope you'd hire good coordinators. I hope you would put those people in there. Raider Nation 510. I agree, dude. I mean, if just for instance, like Unleash is only mad because he turned down the Raiders and left, but he would have been okay with them to be the coach. They would have been just fine for him to be the coach. So if you're telling me that he's coming here to be the coach as the OC again, regardless of feelings, he's probably going to be him and Davis Webb are the better group. It's just factual truth. I mean, they have a better consistency of developing a quarterback than Clint ever has had in his whole entire career, and then like I was sitting here when I think he said something about getting LaFleur, and I was sitting here looking at this guy because I know from everything I've ever seen. So I just had to go back and make sure from what I was looking at if I was right, because his stint with the Niners, he didn't call plays. That was Kyle Shanahan. 13-3, fucking with the Niners in 2019. That was all Shanahan. He calls his own damn plays. Same with him right now with the Rams. McVay calls his own plays. The only thing that LaFleur does right now is he advises when they're down in situational football. He advises him in like what he can do. So he's not calling plays in any way. He didn't call plays in Atlanta. That was Kyle Shanahan again. And the only time that he did call plays was in New York, which was the only time with the Jets in 21 and 22. And his results was bottom tier scoring offense, inconsistent pass game, quarterback development failed, red zone offense struggled badly, bad O-line, unstable quarterback room. I mean, this guy failed all the way down the board. If he didn't knock over every pen on his way out, I don't know what he did, you know. And then we want this dude to run our shit, and we wouldn't take Kingsbury and fucking Webb. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking absolutely fucking crazy, dude. Like, this guy massively failed. And you know what's even crazier? He had a better DC than he would ever have, and he still fucking couldn't do it. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. This guy would have to come off my list in a heartbeat. Well, he is on my list. I mean, I would not put that dude on my list. I'd probably put that Nate Schillhouse dude on the list long before that fucking guy for sure. I mean, I don't know how we can fix a team with broken players. You know what I mean? Like, we want to go get broken coaches and bring them over here and be like, you can do it now. We're like, he's the one taking the Rams and carving. No, the fuck that guy is not. Like, fucking, that is 100% Sean McVay's offense. 100%. And his defense is fucking runs his system, just like fucking Kyle and them have ran, and just like Jim Harbaugh runs. They all run their own offense and defense, and they put fucking coordinators in them spots, dude. Like, we are not that team, man. Like, we are not that. We're the Cleveland fucking Browns. That's who we are. We're the Cleveland Browns and the fucking New York Jets. Like, that's who we are. Is Clint's offensive system modern enough to win in the AFC West right now against Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, and Sean Payton? Davo ain't never. That won't happen, but it would be great. Mike, I think it's your turn.
No.
Oh, is it Al?
No, I would say no. My answer is no.
Oh,
In this division, going up against those powerhouse coaches, no, I don't think he's ready for it. I don't think anybody's really ready for it right now of the candidates that we have on the board, you know. But unfortunately, he's one of our better options that we have. I mean, and we're losing options by the day of who we can get. So, and I know why. I think I know why we're waiting. Oh, that's a different subject. Sorry, but he's one of the best options that's out there right now. So, I mean, uh, like you say, Kingsbury, but I've not heard any talks about the Raiders talking to him or anything.
they
Uh,
won't talk to him because
maybe,
he's.
maybe they won't talk to him until I mean, like if Spytech says that they hire the head coach, and that if they do hire Davis Webb as the head coach, it's his job to pick the guy, and maybe he'll pick out Cliff Kingsbury. So it'll be his choice. So
You're
if
right,
that's the
Justin.
case,
Oh,
so
shit, now choke the shit out of me.
You
The coach will
got-
hire the OC.
huh?
The head coach will hire the OC. They
That's what I'm
won't.
saying.
Yeah, they're not going to interview Cliff. Webb will do that.
That's what I said. I said they haven't interviewed yet, but as John Spytek said, head coach is going to hire his coordinators, and together they're going to hire their assistants after that. You know, so I, but he's just He's one of the two or three maybe viable options we have. So, which is why we're talking about him. Unfortunately, there's not this grandmaster out there. Same at quarterback. No, just kidding. I'm done.
Nah, fuck. At the end of the day, the only way that it's going to happen is if we just give them the chance to go do it. And look, it can be with
Yeah,
Klint, it can be with Webb. I mean, it can be. I mean, anybody can. It can happen with anybody. You're just never going to know until it happens. I mean, nobody
right.
knew Tom was going to do it, but you can't go with the logic of, well, look what Tom did, and then we're going to throw that to everybody else when it's been one player in the history of the game. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's a pretty
Hmm.
far deal there, but either way, Ozzy.
Oh, so you got multi screens up again?
You know, uh, I don't know who said all that about Ben Johnson because when Ben Johnson went to the brand or the Lions, everybody knew that dude was fucking bad motherfucker. Like everybody knew he was a bad motherfucker. Like I don't know where the scenario came that people thought that Ben Johnson wasn't going to be a good coach, but I know dang well I didn't ever say that because I knew damn well he was going to be just fine.
We had two
And
Aussies for a second there.
I know Clint ain't nothing like fucking Ben Johnson. Nowhere even close, dude. Like
No.
he's nowhere close at all. Not personality, not nothing in that way. He's one of the more quiet guys, and that's where shit'll get scary. You know, like I've said, this is a man's fucking sport right here, dude. And when somebody else is the leader of the pack, it's easy for people to fall in. It's easy. Fuck happens in prison all the fucking time, dude. Like it's easy to fall in. It's easy to hold someone's pocket, like straight up. But when it's your turn to lead, fuck, that's a big difference, man. I mean, can you imagine fucking this dude over there with Ray Lewis and them fucking Ed Reed, all them dudes at that time, and I don't fucking this guy would get fucking murdered. He'd get murdered.
And Dustin, let's be real. Like he's like Kubiak, Clint's getting hype because of his last name. You know, like he's getting some hype because of his last name, because of his pops.
Yeah, that's facts. I've said, man,
Hmm.
take away that hype shit and we'll see real quick. We would see real quick on just where he is. I mean, names get you places. Names get you places.
My
They
bad.
go
There he
right out
is.
after knowing that they may not get his Clint, but they interviewed his brother. They just magically went right over to his brother next. You know, like that shit's fucking planned. Ozzy, I think it was your turn, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Can you just repeat the question? Sorry, my computer's been a fucking.
Absolutely not. They got a replay button. I'm just kidding. Let me go see. I'm trying to look up all these fucking things at one time, so now I gotta go back and find my fucking list. The question is Kubiak's offensive system modern enough to win in the AFC West right now?
I think with the right pieces, it is. I mean, you see what he's doing over there, but again, I think he needs a veteran for it to be that successful. Like what he's having with the Seahawks with Donald, and then like you mentioned earlier, he had success with Carr at the Saints, but then it fell off as soon as he got injured. So I don't think it's going to be successful right away with a rookie. The only way it'd be successful is if we bring in someone like Malik Willis or someone like that, like a veteran quarterback of some description, or Mac Jones. And even then, probably not in the first year. There's too many moving pieces on the team right now. I don't think we're going to be competing right away with. We're probably going to be third or fourth in the division for at least 2 years. Maybe at least 1 year, I'd say, but maybe probably 2 years before we start pushing the top end of the AFC West again. there's too many moving pieces right now. I mean, it could be after 1 year. You never know. If we hit in the draft, hitting free agency, who knows? But likely it's going to take 2 years to be competitive in the AFC West again. But I think his offense is modern enough that it's like on par, the actual scheme itself. So have to wait and see. That's how I think about it anyway.
Al, what do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think the way that I answer this question is I got to think about the defensive coordinators in the AFC West, right? And so I think the question ultimately boils down to, can Klint match wits with fucking Spagnuolo, with Vance Joseph, and whoever like the Chargers are going to hire at defensive coordinator? And I don't know if he can. I think I agree with Ozzy. I think schematically, like his scheme is, modern in today's NFL. But the way that this shit's played, right, it's like chess on grass. So could he be able to like match wits with Spagnuolo? Could he match wits with fucking Vance Joseph? I don't know if he actually can. Like it's one thing to have the plays like drawn up like nice and pretty on a chalkboard, right? But when you're in the heat of the game and it's fucking 3rd and long, what are you going to come out with? What kind of disguise are you going to have? That's more of the question for me. Like, I don't know if he could actually like match wits with those defensive coordinators.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because I mean, he's played really good this year, but he has a really good defense that goes with him too, And when he comes here, he's not going to have that good of a defense. There's nobody going to be that good off the get-go with him. He's going to be the dominant guy. He will. So I mean, you think about it, he calls all his own plays. I mean, obviously he designs his own plays. I mean, I know he's he's never actually even played. I think he's only played Sean Payton. He's never played Andy or Jim. And I think, didn't they play this year? Didn't Jim and them play this year or no? Might be tripping. I thought they may have played. I don't know, man. I mean, until he gets in the division, I mean, nobody's going to know until he either gets his ass whooped or he goes and whoops their ass. I mean, he got a good system. He's got a good run game. You build him the line. You give him the people. Do I think he can go and win? I mean, yeah, he runs the same system they all run. He runs the same system that Harbaugh runs, that Sean runs, and fucking Andy. They all come from the same link tree. They all come from the West Coast fucking offense. So, for me, I would say he's going to be able to compete against them either way. So I've just said my issue with him is just what staff does he have? Because everybody I look through, I would rather hire Jim Leonard, Cliff Kingsbury, and Webb versus hiring fucking Klint Kubiak and fucking Karl Scott. I'm all right on that. I'll fucking pass on that. The only other guy that you can probably look at over there is fucking, and he got hired, fucking Christian Parker to the Cowboys. And then you probably got Denard still. Denard, he would probably be an okay coach. He'd probably be okay. He's young. But I don't know if he even has connections with him. So I don't fucking know. I think Klint needs a defense. I think Klint needs a defense, like straight up. He needs somebody who can run defense with him. We'll just go into the next question. If the offense struggles early, how patient should Raiders fans realistically be, Al?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good question. The thing is, like, as Raider fans, we've been really starved to have for a long time in terms of having a viable offense. The past couple of seasons, I think we've averaged like around like 17, 18 points a game, probably less. But, we get super happy when we score 20 plus points. And I think if you're bringing over an offensive whiz, a so-called offensive whiz like Kubiak, you got to put up at least 26, 27 points a game. And if he's not averaging that, um, you know, let's say 3/4 of the way through the season, 10 games into the season or so, then I think at that point we should actually be showing some frustration. And then, I mean, I don't expect, out the gate, Kubiak, let's say he gets the job, he's putting up 30, 32 points a game, especially if there's a rookie quarterback that he's rolling out. I'm not going to have those unrealistic expectations on the guy. But I do think we should see some steady and market improvement in terms of moving the ball up and down the field. I mean, in particular, this run game, right? That's been anemic over the past couple of years. I think Gentry's actually like a good player, but there was really no blocking for him. That needs to get corrected. So I think statistically, like I want to see more yardage on the ground. I want to see more passing yards, and then just like some steady improvement from game 1 to game 10. And I think if we don't see that kind of steady improvement at that point, I am getting pretty frustrated. With that, I'm actually gonna be in the chat, dude, because I gotta go drive to the homie's house. But it was great chatting with you guys, dude.
Hell yeah.
Salute.
Salute. What do you think?
Have a good one now.
Ozzy.
Yeah, I mean, as far as us expecting too much too soon, I think as I said last night, Raider fans have a real bad habit of doing that every time. Pretty much, I think everyone's going to expect a quick turnaround, but it's just not going to happen. Realistic expectations should be, like we said last night, it's going to take a couple of years. I think we need to. There's just too many moving parts. Like, you have to implement the offensive system. You have to implement the defensive system. We have to reshuffle like so many players within the roster from starters to depth. Like there's just so much to do. We've got to hire so many different coaches, including like head coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, positional coaches. Like there's just so many moving parts. So I think realistically, it's like building a house, right? You're not going to build a house in a day. It's just not going to freaking happen. You got to build the foundation first. Then you got to build the framework. Then you got to start putting in after you put in the framework, you got to start putting in like the fucking wiring long before you even put the walls on. You know what I mean? Like there's just so much shit to do. So I think realistically, we shouldn't expect too much in year one. But some fans will expect more than what we should, but that's just how it is. But realistically, we shouldn't expect too much in year one, I don't think. Just establishing culture and identity and schemes is pretty much what we should expect in year one.
What do you think, Mike?
I have to ask for a repeat of the question as well.
If the offense struggles early, how patient should Raider fans realistically be?
What I think we should be very patient. I mean, we're going to be having a new head coach, new office coordinator, new defense coordinator, a major amount of new people on the team. We're going to have to be patient. Will we be? No, we're Raider fans. We've been patient long enough. As people are saying, it's like the old saying, we got those two buzzards sitting on that tree limb. Patience, my ass. I'm going to kill something. It's like we're growing weary on patience, but we're going to have to be patient again, Raider fans, for another couple years at least. And realistically, I think we should be happy with just I think Al said before he left, we got to give them time to develop, give them time to mesh together. It's not going to come together in your comparison, Aussie, with building a house, start with the foundation, framework, plumbing, all that stuff. It takes time to do that, and I have a feeling the nation is not a certain faction of the nation is not gonna be very patient, but we're gonna need to be. I mean, we're just gonna have to buckle up, sit back, and just look for some steady improvement. You know, we just see steady improvement. Hopefully, most of the knowledgeable Raider fans will see that and understand it. Okay, now we see something because we just did not see anything last year. We saw no development. It, in fact, things got worse as the weeks went on. So I think most of the knowledgeable Raider fans, the hardcore fans, true fans, people like in our chat and stuff will have patience as long as they see some kind of progress and consistency.
That's facts.
That's it for me.
That's facts. I want to say salute to everybody in the chat, man. Really do appreciate it. Lou, it's never going to be an overnight process with us, which is factual truth. Says Raiders Unleash. I have one problem. With all these coaches that haven't done it before. Can they put together a staff? That's the biggest thing I've talked about for a month now. I mean, that's easily the number one deal is, and I have most definitely spoke on it on Clint Malt. Davis Webb has the most proven put this together staff with Sean Payton than any of these fucking guys. So, like I've said, I mean, it's a massive red flag on some of these guys if we have to hire the head coach and then we're hiring his coordinators, his linemen, everything of that. I mean, we're not going to do that. That's just absolutely fact. So it is not going to happen. We actually know who Webb would hire as his coordinators. And Kubiak especially was saw off the market too. They don't actually know. It's all speculation. Everything's speculation for everybody. Webb has played with the Giants, the Jets, and the Bills. He's been around the NFL for a while. He has all kinds of people. I'm sure he knows.
Hope he knows a good offensive line coach.
And would Kingsbury really come, the offensive coordinator under a guy used to coach in college? That would be taking a step back, in my opinion. Well, I don't think it would be. I mean, it would obviously show commitment to the people that he has around him and his system. And not only that, if he's an OC, where's he getting the job then? We go fucking sit back on the bench. I mean, probably would be pretty smart to go somewhere that somebody with. You're getting full control of your side of the ball. I mean, I don't think it would be a step back for him for sure. He turns the Raiders around. He's going to be a head coach, just like said, in 2 years. He'll be a head coach back again in 2 years.
Yeah, working for his pupil.
Yeah, I mean, they come from that. He runs that same link tree with them, dude. He went with Brian Dabo with him over there in the Giants and played over there before he quit and went to the Broncos in 23. Then he's ran behind Sean since 23 till now. Spytek said we're gonna have he said we're gonna have him. He literally said he's not worried if we go fucking 5 wins next year. He's worried about building the coaching staff, the team, continuity. That's what he wants. See structure, development. He wants to see if it transitions into wins, over next year and the following year, then they'll be okay with it. But I've said it. You can give Kubiak a whole year. There's nothing wrong with that. Give them a whole year. Let them get their people, get their stuff in place. But man, if you come out next year and his offense ain't showing shit like it was in these others, I mean, at the end of that year, I'm gonna fire that fool. I guarantee you, dude. I'm not going 3 years if the coach of his stature can't have the offense going in 2 years. I mean, I'm not fucking willing to wait 10 years for the guy. I mean, he should have been ready to start winning already offensively. He put in all the pieces on that side of the ball. So if we're talking about he ain't doing good year one, and then you're letting him go back year two and, you know, fix the spots, and he still don't, no, hell, fuck no. We're going to cut it quits right there. I'd probably get out at the end of that year and be like, well, didn't work out. Sorry, man. No matter rebuilding or not, you still have to show some type of progress. You know, John Gruden showed progress every single year. And then what was it, year 4? He was about to take the fuck off. I mean, our team just look at it like this. Our team went to the playoffs with Rich Bisaccia fucking calling, or just standing there at the head coach, because he doesn't build that offense. That was John Gruden's playbook. And like I've said, Greg Olson and Derek Carr knew that like no one's business. So Derek Carr probably called the plays more than anybody than Greg Olson that year. So I mean, Derek Carr literally lived right next door to Gruden, was over at his house every day.
Yep.
If the offense struggles early, patience, does hiring Kubiak signal a true rebuild or a soft reset?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Does hiring Kubiak signal a true rebuild or a soft reset?
Did you want me to go first or Mike?
It's up to you guys, whatever.
I think it's Aussie's. I think it's Aussie's turn.
That's right. I'll go first. I
time.
think it's a soft reset, to be honest. I think if we're going a proper rebuild, you go with the whole web hire, in my opinion. Like, that's a true rebuild right there. But if you're getting Kubiak, I think it's kind of like you're rebuilding, but you're not. So it's kind of like a soft reset, really. And also the fact that, as we spoke about earlier, with Kubiak, he favors the veterans more. So if that's the case, that's not a real proper rebuild, in my opinion. Like, the idea of doing a true rebuild to me is going young, getting a young-minded coach, modern coach, going young at quarterback, going young across most of the team and most of the starting roles. Like, you know, somewhere up between 26, 27 years old. Like, a true rebuild would probably see Max getting traded somewhere, in all honesty. Like, if I'm going to be honest. Just because he's got the age, he's getting up there in his 30s, he's had the surgeries, he's probably got, like, maybe the way he plays, maybe 3 to 5 years left in the NFL, the way he's playing. Like, and that's probably 3 good years to not as, like, trending off kind of years. So if we're going real rebuild, I think you go with Webb. If we're going soft reset, like you said, that's more of a Kubiak kind of hire. That's like it's like a soft reset. It's like you're not really rebuilding, in my opinion.
I mean, that's facts, man. What do you think, Mike?
I agree 100% with Aussie. It is more of a reset because, like he says, I mean, I know QBX. He's not that old. I mean, what is he?
38. He's only 38.
38. Yeah, he's not really that old. So I mean,
if we're
I
calling,
think it's somewhere in between the
I wasn't saying Kubiak was old. I'm saying he favors the veteran players. So that's why it's not really.
I know. I wasn't putting words in your mouth. I'm sorry.
I just want to clarify in case I misspoke at all.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry if I said it the wrong way. I apologize, but I'm just saying he's because I was like, as you were talking and stuff, I'm like, you know, go with younger guys. I'm thinking, well, Kubiak's really not that old. So, but and you weren't saying he's old. You just said, yeah. Anyway, we know what you said. And I didn't mean to imply anything else on what you said. Uh, but I think it's a little bit more than a soft reset. I don't. I mean, it depends on how they do the rest of the things too. I mean, if they do get it, still bring him in and bring Davis Webb under him, and then bring in another whole new uh, defensive coordinator, which is probably what they're going to do. Mostly new assistants. It's still a rebuild, and we're not cleaning house, but it's not maybe it's not just not a total rebuild, but it is a rebuild. That's kind of how I feel. It's not. I don't think it's a soft reset though. That's my opinion.
I would have to say it's a probably soft reset because if you're just bringing in him with his deal and all you're doing is adding to the players that are already here, we can't say that it's a rebuild.
I didn't.
Rebuild consists of tearing it down and building it back. Resets would say just move the coach, put this one in and start again.
Well,
Like
I didn't say that. I didn't say
no,
that
I'm
either.
saying for me, I'm talking
Yeah.
about my takes. So in my deal, I think, like I say, it would have to be for me, it would have to be a soft reset because when they're bringing him in to do that, we would need, yeah, I would say that we would need to trade Max if you're doing a full rebuild. That way you're letting your coaches go with your players. I mean, you'd most definitely, um, that would be a true rebuild for sure. I think, like I said, with Klint, you're wanting to win right now. That's why you're bringing him here. He has the pedigree to call an offense, go win. Like if Klint, this is what I also don't understand. Why wouldn't Klint just stay with the Seahawks? Like you don't think Klint being with the Seahawks is better than coming to the Raiders? Like we really believe that? Like I don't know, man. Like if I'm sitting there saying like we're about to go win a Super Bowl this year, I'm going to get to keep all my players there next year. And then they're going to obviously have different hires next year. People are going to get fired again. Uh, I don't see why Clint wouldn't just return back to the Seahawks. And I don't see why the Seahawks wouldn't just pay him. Like, like that's the things I'm not understanding. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If I was playing, I would go back, man. I mean, if I'm just being honest, our team is going to take multiple years before it gets going. Are we going to win 8-8 or something? Yeah, but he's competing for Super Bowls right now, and his team's good enough that he'll probably compete for Super Bowl again next year. So I don't know why he would cut himself short in getting the rings. I mean, that's what matters, especially when you're going to coaching, jobs, things like that. Everybody knows, man, we'd be lucky if we made a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. He'll be in the Super Bowl the next 3 years. So I don't even know if he'll even interviewing and then going to places. I mean, look how many people pulled off the Browns job right away. They're like, yeah, in fact, they've been turned down twice now off of dudes that were already going there. You know what? This is how bad they are. Mike McDaniel said, I'll fucking go be an OC before I fucking go to that place and fucking coach or be a head coach. Like his interview over there must have been like, yeah, fuck that place, dude. Like, and that's the other thing. If we don't get Clint, do you think they hop to Mike McDaniels before they would go with Webb? I mean, Webb's young, man. It's gonna be hard to convince people to let Webb go, like
You
him
mean
to
Mike
be
LaFleur?
ace.
Did you mean Mike LaFleur?
No, Mike McDaniels.
I thought he was hired already to somewhere.
No, he ain't hired by nobody yet. He's still in the running for the Raiders job and well, he ain't in the Ravens job no more. The Ravens job is done. So
Yeah.
he's only in the running for the Raiders right now. And he said that if he doesn't get a head coaching job, he'll be the OC for the Chargers. So if you don't get the job here,
Okay. So that's what he said. Because I thought he went to, I heard he was the OC at the Chargers. So that's not official yet if he gets a head coaching
no,
job.
he just pulled himself from all the offensive coordinator jobs. He just pulled himself off all the coordinator jobs, and he still kept himself in the head coaching job. And then if he don't get that coaching, he'll take the Chargers deal. And I didn't see no I didn't see no fucking notice that came through today that said
No. I probably just
McDaniel signed
misunderstood the
with the
situation. I thought
Chargers.
so he's still staying open for head coach vacancies. Gotcha. All right, be right back. Sorry, I had to attend to my dog real quick.
I mean, from what I've read, it says that he hasn't signed a contract and he's still in the running for the Raiders job, which he doesn't think that he'll be in it. They do say like he's going to go to there for the OC, but it says that he has not taken himself out of the Raiders head coaching job yet. And he has yet to sign a contract with them, with the Chargers yet either.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well. That he's like, I'll unless you want to make me to make you want to make me your head coach, I'm staying where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
there's
said,
no there's no contracts done up, drawn up or anything.
and then they said, and he said
There's
he
somebody
wasn't
else
going
in that
to sign.
situation too, isn't there?
Say one more time.
There's something else that somebody else I was thinking that was in the same situation. Oh, the coach that's
It's Flores, Brian.
resigning for Vikings. What's
Yeah,
his name?
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores. Yeah, is doing the same thing. Yeah, I'll just resign this extension unless somebody wants to make me their head coach. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I've heard that he's bleeding over in the Steelers with McCarthy uh and Shula, but I don't know who they're gonna physically take. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. If they do draft Mendoza, they do have a 3-year window with Brock and Genty because that Brock will be out and we're gonna be paying him crazy money, like we're gonna be paying that boy some crazy money.
Well, that's the thing. If we draft a rookie quarterback this year or next year, uh, it's going to help, with the salary cap space, with him being under a rookie contract. Although it's going to be a big one, it's still going to be under a rookie contract. It's not going to be what he's going to be making on this when he signs the second deal. In other words,
It says, and then we can't afford all the players we have that up 2015. Fuck no. Sean Payton is from the John Gruden coaching tree, so is Davis Webb and Sean McVay. Actual truth. Actual truth. It's actually the Bill Walsh coaching tree that all of them come off the West Coast. They just alter a few motion plays or different lineup and different deal, call it a different name, but it's all the same damn West Coast. Where they came with Holgram, all of them in Green Bay, fucking when all that shit went down. They had Andy Reid, Holgram, fucking. They had a shit hot roster over there in Green Bay. So we'll start with Karl Scott conversations. Let me just see. He says, look. You guys don't know much about Karl Scott, huh?
I know what you told us about earlier. I like some of the words you used when you described him as far as being a developer and and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know nothing about him.
Would you know, like, what would you think if what kind of defense identity would Karl bring to the Raiders, aggressive or conservative?
Well, didn't you say that he was very aggressive in some of the things you said? I'm just going
DB,
off of what
DB,
you read.
yeah, he's a DB play.
Yeah, and developing and you brought up a good point about that him being developing the DBs as far as it's more important to have the DBs more developed than the defensive line. So I mean, because the DBs you can play if you can play man to man especially and get up close, and they can stick to the receivers for seconds, then that's going to get their defensive line to get there. But if it takes the defensive line 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds to get there, if your DBs can't even cover for 3 seconds, you're in fucking trouble. 'Cause these quarterbacks nowadays can pick you apart if they have time, and you have bad DBs that can't even cover for a couple seconds.
That is facts. That is facts. What do you think, Ozzy?
Sorry, man, I had to deal with my dog for a minute. Can you repeat the question? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. He's
Yeah,
looking up the
sorry.
question again.
Okay, no worries, my bad.
I
What
think
kind of defense identity would Karl Scott bring to the Raiders? Aggressive or conservative?
I'd say aggressive. I mean, like you said, he's a DB coach. I had a quick look at him, and then I kind of remembered who he was a little bit. I think he'll be quite aggressive. I had to look more at the system, but I think he'd be most defensive coaches are somewhat aggressive, generally speaking. So I'd have to look more into the guy, but I think it'd be an aggressive kind of
I would
defense.
like that. We need
Yeah,
that, that's for sure.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it'd be a hard hitting defense, especially if they're building like there's a defense going off the west. I think will be going off the Shanahan tree. So the owners always have a pretty aggressive defense. So if it's anything like that kind of defense,
I would just say, look what he's done with Reek Woolen over there, Witherspoon, all those dudes. Like
Yeah,
he's done
facts.
pretty dang good with all
Mm-hmm.
those guys and developed them all into pretty good players there. I would most definitely like the style of play that he plays in the backfield. He does play aggressive, fast, quick. And again, I've said it, it's the DBs. The DBs will jam them corners. And I mean, that's why their defense is good. When your corners can get hold up on those receivers and then those DNs can get in there, like that's how you win games, man. But I've said it for years. I don't give a fucking where's Miles Garrett winning shit. He getting 23 sacks, but they're losing their ass. If I can go get them some good corners and coverage safeties over the top, dude, pressure down, and then let Miles, he'll murder him. Like there's a big difference in where you're at. And I think if the Raiders were to switch to the corners versus the DNs, I think we would have way more success. I know they're going to have to they'll run the ball more, but who gives a fuck? You got good average DNs and just have good, solid linebackers, like I've always said the Raiders need to find their Ray Lewis, man. Like, they need to find an aggressive linebacker that demands that fucking team, dude. Like, we do not have the quarterback of the defense. Like, Max can be a leader, all this. The middle linebacker is the captain, man. He's the quarterback of the defense. And we don't even have a linebacker. All these guys suck, dude. And I know people over talk White, they'll be like, "Oh, White, look at the year, man. That guy, he's the only one tackling, motherfucker. Why you think he has as many tackles as he has, dude? Like, the guy's coverage is garbage as hell. I've said Abrams had better fucking linebacker this year than any of those guys. So I don't know. I mean, I think he'd be good aggressively on this team, man, especially with Clint's offense. I mean, we can be very dangerous. I mean, him with the way he plays with his corners, he'd be liable to just pick your ass right back off, get the ball right back to Clint, go right back down the field the other way. So I would not be against it coming in. Is Carl Scott ready to run an entire defense, or is it too big of a jump too soon? Mike?
I have no clue on that one. I'd be lying. I'd be just spreading out bullshit if I started talking on that.
Ozzy?
No, I'm with Mike with that one. I don't really know enough to speak, but I'm not going to pretend.
I would just say that if he coming, I'm gonna say it with him, just like I'm gonna say it with Clint. I hope they have veteran staff somewhere. Like, I hope they have a veteran staff somewhere, because the hire here, you got to have somebody on the staff. That's why I keep saying that the Kingsbury Webb would just make fucking 100 million sense. Like, if
Oh, you talking about
Kingsbury,
Clint? Sorry, you talking about Clint? I thought you were talking about the DB. I mean the DC.
no, I'm talking about the DC. What
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
saying in reference in general is if you have a veteran coach like Webb has with Clint, or Webb has with Cliff, if Clint was willing to do that with Clint did that with Cliff, then wouldn't see an issue with it. But no matter if you go with Karl Scott or Clint or Webb, I believe they all need veteran people on the staff that can help them out. Like, it's just facts. It's just facts, man. I mean, AP had Marvin Lewis, all them dudes, and they still didn't have much structure, where Marvin Lewis been coached for years and he still let AP do stupid shit. Never even fucking tried stopping it. I mean, AP over there challenging fucking the dumbest plays. He challenging plays he can't even challenge. I mean, and his coach ain't even there fucking stopping him. So I don't know, fucking crazy. I think you have to have veteran coaches. You got to have good people around you. I'm just going to keep saying that. In order to be good coach, got to have good coaches around you. Would Scott's defense actually match the Raiders' current personnel? I'm gonna say fuck no. I'll be like, what fucking corners? What fucking corners we
Nope.
got? Fucking Porter. Hey, don't get me
Because
wrong.
we're
I
saying
think
based on
Porter.
Zachary, nope.
So I would actually say if we were looking at a few players, he would probably kill it with Chin. He'd probably kill it with fucking Paulo, dude. Big fucking guy in that backfield like that. He'd probably kill it with Paulo. And Porter, he'd probably kill it. Richardson probably all of a sudden reappear fucking out of the dungeon that they tied him up in all season long. I mean, is Richardson even still on the team? Because the fucking guy better be. Like, he was easily one of our better corners. And then this motherfucker was never to be seen again. Like, the Cameron Richardson was a really good fucking – I thought he was going to come out this year and fucking ball out. And then that guy, he just magically disappeared. But if I was going to say, like, I would say there's a few pieces, but mostly no, in my opinion. But you go. Whoever's turn was last is first.
Well, it was me, was it? Yeah, I'd just go, though. We don't have the corners. We don't have the, like you said, Chin's probably like the only veteran DB, if you will, just working corners and safeties, DBs. That's on the team, really. So then Porter's like a second-year player. May or may not be good. Richardson, like you said, was looking good and then just disappeared off the fucking team for fucking shitty-ass corners like Kuiper Kelly. So I say no. I think we're a long way. The second, if I'm going to be honest, the secondary is probably our worst unit.
What did he say?
I said our secondary is probably our worst unit.
Yeah, I would say the linebacker and the corners for damn sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, definitely.
They're easy Fs. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're talking about these this coach match up with our corners. We don't know who the hell our corners are going to be next year. Uh, because we might keep Stokes, maybe, and I like Stokes, but I mean, but I'm not stupid. I do know did not get the ball thrown to him because of Kuiper Kelly, but we all know that. That's what's happened this year, and that's what teams do. They pick on the weakest one. But I mean, I don't think he did bad on the plays he was covering, and if they did catch a pass. It was like that. There was no yak yards after it, so he was at least on them and stuff. It was somebody we could keep as far as Chin. I just like that dude, man. That dude's a Raider. I mean, as far as he plays like a Raider, I love that dude.
Who?
But Paul Mal, I've liked that dude for the last couple of years too, man. I really like. There's something about his character that I really like too, and the way he presents himself and stuff like that. I know that sounds stupid when we're talking about how do they do on the field, but it does translate to what kind of person they are. It does translate to the field and to how they play. And but other than that, who knows? There's a lot of positions that we're going to be picking up in cornerbacks, whether through free agency, draft, both. You know, so I think our whole backfield is going to be renewed, rebuilt, if you want to say, next year. So I can't predict how a coach is going to do with our corners or DBs because I don't know who the DBs are going to be.
Raiders Unleashed, I said, dude, in the season that we should have traded for Malik Woolen, Tyreek Woolen, because I said him and fucking Porter would have been nasty, bro. He runs like a 4.3 fucking. He runs like a 4.3 740, dude. 4.3. He's fast as shit. So is fucking Porter. They're both fast as fuck, dude. Like, he runs it faster in 4.3 because he's faster than Porter. He's faster than Porter. So, and Porter's fast. But long story short, that those two backs over there would be balling in this fucking with this team for sure. But yeah, I mean, like I said, with match the personnel, I mean, I would just have to say there's a few pieces here, but it's not like they're not going to get the pieces for him. So I would say for the base piece, that's what you're going to have to get rid of Max, dude, because his system don't run off of that type of system. You know what I mean? So, and they're not going to be looking to blitz all the time. They're not going to become a blitz heavy. They're going to become a coverage team, you know? So they'll get the pressure by putting 4 down on the line, you know, 4 or 3. I think I can't remember what he runs. But long story short, they'll be able to get the pressure there with the coverage. So, do the Raiders need a young DC like Scott, or should they want a proven veteran instead? Mike.
If we're gonna rebuild, we rebuild. We get the guy like Scott. You know, I'm not saying Scott in particular, but a young guy. If we keep everybody on the same timeline, I think if we keep everybody on the same timeline, there's going to be a kind of bond anyway, and kind of a thing to where there's one goal in mind. We're going to take our time. Not take our time, but it's going to take time. But we're gonna start molding this team, and it's going to take a while. And we can do that because we're all young here. We all have time. We all have time to get this thing together, and they can all relate to each other better. 70-year-old coach is not going to relate to a 30-year-old coach. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. You get all these coaches with the same general age group. They just understand. When you grow up different in different eras. So if you grow up in the same era, you I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but you just get each other better. So I think, yeah, if you're gonna go rebuild, you just start over again. You get new young guys because we've been trying to recaps too many years. It's not working. So why not try something new? If it doesn't work, well, we try something new. It doesn't work, but beating our head on the same rock year after year is not working either. That was it.
You go,
Yeah, I went.
Ozzy.
Oh, I thought I already answered the question, but maybe that was the last one I was answering. So the question was about the youth of whether it'd be good for the team bringing in a young coach.
Do the Raiders need a young DC like Scott, or want to prove him? A proven veteran?
To be honest, I'd rather go with the young OC and head coach kind of in Cliff and Webb, because they're still kind of young. And then I'd rather get a proven DC, to be honest, just because I feel like our defense just needs so much fucking work, to be honest. If you're going to ask me which side of the ball needs more work, I'll say the defense. We need a whole new starting linebacking core. We need at least one more safety to go with Chin if we keep Chin. We need at least 2 more corners, like a slot corner, another corner to go with Porter, just for the starting 3. That's not talking about depth behind that as well. We need a nose tackle, defensive, and then a pass rushing tackle. We need another DN to go with Max if we do keep him. We need 2 if we don't keep him, or someone to improve Tyree Wilson as one of the DNs that we keep, because he's still on the rookie contract, and then maybe get someone else to pair with him, depending how they want to go about it. So I want a veteran guy that's proven, to be honest. That's just my opinion, of course. Like I can see like the argument for having a young guy, like Mike was saying, to have him on the same timeline. Like I can see that aspect of it too. But I feel like that would only be good if our defense was a bit more along already. So personally, I'd rather have the veteran defensive coordinator and then have like a young coach in Webb and a still a fairly young guy in Cliff Kingsbury. That's how I'd look at it. I would like, if I'm being honest, I want someone like Vance Joseph running my defense, someone like that, someone who's a proven commodity.
That's what I like.
Hey, Raider Nation 510, man, if you gave me Jim Leonard and Davis Webb, I'd hire them right this second. I'd hire both of them. Even if I didn't get Cliff Kingsbury, I'd find somebody else. Like I would hire him in a second. There's no doubt. I think, man, Jim Leonard and Webb is a better option than fucking Karl Scott. I mean, Karl Scott's good, but he ain't. Jim Leonard, man, is good. He's good, but I don't know if he has. I don't think Clint has connections with him. Not like he don't have connections with him. Like
just looking at Leonard, I wouldn't be mad at it because he's still coming from the Vance Joseph system. So,
do you guys know who Steve Wilkes is or no?
No.
I think I've looked vaguely up on him, but I'd have to. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I know a lot about him, but I've heard of him.
He's a veteran DC that was up there with the Jets. He got let go because they suck.
Yeah.
He's a good coach, and I was thinking that if Clint was going and he was going to look for a veteran coach, I'd go with him. But at the same time,
yeah, I think I was looking
at Clint can just hire DCs left and right for the next 5 years, so it doesn't really matter. He can go with Karl Scott right now, and he can probably fire him by mid-season if he didn't like him and go with somebody else. I mean, it's not like it's
that's
like,
true.
Flores when he went to Miami. What did he go through? Like 4 OCs, 5 OCs in 3 years. I mean, they didn't have a problem firing dudes to try to find the right people. So I feel like if you're gonna get the trial and error, you should always go young, no matter what, because you just never know. Man, dude come out and just surprise the shit out of you, and never seen it coming. So I would 100% try to go with the youth if I could.
Yeah, I was just looking up the guy you mentioned, the Leonard guy. I wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, he still comes from the same tree of defense as Vance Joseph, so that Denver defense. So
yeah, if you go with and you could always try to go with John Gannon, dude. I mean, or Jonathan Gannon. He comes from a pretty good tree too. Zimmerman, all of those guys.
Yeah, Zimmerman was good.
Might be another guy that has a hard time being a head coach and a play caller at the same time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either or, but like you said, maybe
if you had Kingsbury and Gannon, you would probably have you'd be all right to start out, I think.
Yeah, it probably would be. I just feel like as long as we have some kind of veteran coach in there somewhere, I guess it's all right to have like Webb and Leonard or something if you got clear for something like that. You need some kind of, you'd think you need some kind of veteran leadership in the coaching at some, somewhere in there.
As long as they establish the pecking order.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta agree with
what was it? What were we saying?
Oh, I was just saying I agree with what Annalise said. I mean, Denver's DBs are looking pretty nasty.
But dude, listen, Jim Leonard, I'm telling you, the all-star roster here isn't Clint, man. The all-star roster here is the people that fucking Webb can pull with them. That's an all-star roster. If you're talking about going youth, having connection for a long time, taking a year, dude, Jim Leonard in year one gonna dog walk Karl Scott, and then you're telling me he gets a mulligan year to be able to try to put his shit together. Like, fuck, Green Bay want him to come over there right now, go fucking try to call plays for them, and they're on a team that can go to the playoffs and try to win. Like I don't see how it ain't. I mean, you're talking about having the development and the offense. So, like I've said, even if you don't get Kingsbury, he still has good connections, man. He still has good connections. It's just like I said, when people were like, well, if Jesse comes to the Raiders, how are they going to get him people? I said, well, they won't, because they're going to give the personnel to John John, because he's leaving from Baltimore going over there. So if his brother has any connections, he's going to help John first, and then he'll help Jesse. But for the most part, Jesse's going to a team already has it. He's just going to be the coach now. Like, there's a big difference in where you're placing yourself, not looking to depend on personnel too. So, like I've said, I mean, Clint can be a good coaching candidate for us. I'm not arguing that. And can he call a good offense? Yeah, but with veteran players. He's a veteran coach player, man, dude. Like, it's just everywhere he's gone, it's veteran, every place. So it's just, I feel like if you're going to start young, going with quarterback, trying to develop him, fuck, what makes more sense than Kingsbury being quarterback guru and fucking Chris Webb being one too? Like that. I mean, goddamn, if you just let Kingsbury run the offense, why Webb just coaches Fernando, I mean, they're going to be able to get there real quick, because Webb isn't going to be too worried about trying to call plays and he's going to oversee them. He's going to he'll be the guy like, all right, hey man, we need to change up right here. This doesn't look good. Let's call timeout real quick. Like, that's the kind of shit he's going to be doing, like I said, I feel like that's the better deal. I mean, Clint just has way too many what ifs. And don't get me wrong, I mean, they're not going to tell us publicly who his people may be either. But it's not even that. It's just his link trees, familiarities, connections. I mean, his are just fucking shots in the wind. Man. Like, when you look up Webb, I mean, this guy, he's got connections because he's a fucking player. He's a player. He's been through college fucking playing, came into the NFL playing, then he fucking came out coaching. I mean, he's got connections all over the goddamn place. So Webb most definitely has the better staff in my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. But all right. All right, we're gonna go into Fernando Mendoza questions now. Yeah, we'll go into Fernando Mendoza. Is Fernando Mendoza a legitimate NFL starter or just a developmental project?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. To be honest, at the moment, with what I saw in the Natty game, I'm gonna say it's developmental. Like, if I'm just gonna, it's like we said the last couple of times. He's not Joe Burrow coming out. Like, he's not that kind of a high prospect like that. I think he has the potential to be a franchise quarterback in the right system with the right coaching and everything like that. But that to me is developmental. Then, if you're saying like he needs like the perfect system, and he needs this, that, and the third as far as the team goes, then that to me is a developmental guy. Look at Burrow right now. Burrow's like, he's been put on a shitty team at Cincinnati, but he's still a superstar quarterback that's on a shit team. Whereas if you're bringing in Fernando here, it's like you probably he just seems developmental to me, and I think people are just hyping him up because he doesn't have any real competition coming out of the draft this year. That's just how I see it. I mean, I know other people might see it different, but I think he can develop into a possible franchise quarterback, but I just don't think he's on the same tier of quarterbacks as guys like Joe Burrow. I just don't think he's in that same tier to me. So therefore, he's not in that superstar kind of coming out kind of potential to me at the moment. That's how I see it.
Hey, Raider Mitch. Anthony Weaver, I'm pretty sure he's going with Harbaugh to the Giants. If he doesn't get a head coaching job, he's going to go with Harbaugh to the Giants. I've heard that reported. multiple times. So I think that's where he'll hit. But yeah, you're right, Ozzy, 100%. What do you think, Mike?
I couldn't have said it better. Strictly developmental. Because I've really been watching a lot of him through the playoffs and stuff. I didn't, uh, and I, everybody says, about a lot of people say about Fernando is like, yeah, people are just catching his last 8 games. That's why they're enamored by him. Okay, well, just caught his probably last 6 or 7 games, and I'm not enamored by him. That dude has an offensive line that is his hoggies, I think he calls them, and then he's got Black and he's got Himby as running backs. I mean, he's just got so many weapons. I, receivers' names I'm drawing a blank on right now, and he has not looked that impressive. And in Miami, really made him show his weaknesses as far as being able to create. When you don't have a perfect offensive line or a great offensive line working for you, you know, or the other team has a better defensive line, I should say. He gets in trouble and he panics. He 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 got saved by God bless it. What's his Becker twice in that championship game. With those passes that look like Geno Smith passes, where they bounce off people's hips because they're behind them and stuff. They're calling a back shoulder throw. That's not a back shoulder throw when it hits the guy's hip. I'm sorry. When they're catching it with their 2 hands and their leg, it's not a back shoulder throw. I'm just not that impressed with him. And exactly like Aussie said, he's just the only quarterback coming out this draft, and that's why. And he won the Heisman. Like that really means a shit in the NFL. Um, it's just too much hype. He's developmental, absolutely 100% all the way. Yeah, I don't want him, but yeah, definitely developmental. Yes. I think he could be a good quarterback in the right system, in the right place with the right tools around him. I think he could be a good quarterback, but that's not what we have here. I
Yeah,
definitely don't think he's worth the number one overall.
that's 100% facts right there. I would have taken Christian Parker in a heartbeat, dude, but he's signing with the Cowboys. Christian Parker signed with Cowboys. I would have he was my first choice, but he was my first choice. Christian Parker was, but I would take Jim. I would take Jim Leonard over any person right now that's out there that we can sign right now. I'm taking Jim Leonard. But Christian Parker was my first defensive coordinator guy that I wanted the Raiders to go after because he's a younger dude. He's another good DB coach too. And I was hoping that we could have got him, but it is what it is. Ozzy, did he answer? Yeah, you did, right? Ozzy already answered that. Developmental and project man in NFL. If I'm just being honest, the coach's job is to teach. That's his job. It's to teach the players how to play the system and be great at it. That's why Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady got along so well because they both paid attention to detail. It's the same thing why I told you guys why I believe Tom Brady should pick Webb because they both think alike in preparation. They both have that same weird, sick mind when it comes to remembering every person, every name, what they do, what they've done, watching those films, like they both have that weird, sick mind about it. A lot of people, man, once they see a few plays, they feel like, oh, I've already watched it. So they feel like they can move on. Where Webb sounds like he's the kind of guy where he'll watch that same play 100 times to figure out, did this guy move off the left leg? Did he twitch? Did he toe down up? Like he's going to find the small tendency that's going to make the biggest difference in there. So when he's in his room explaining to his people, he's going to be like, all right, man, when these guys are setting up in this deal, pay attention to this player. He's going to know because this player has the tendency to show where they're going and what they're doing. So when your players start locking in on dudes like that, they're going to have a way better game, not just, well, they run these plays or these schemes. Elite coaches pay attention to detail in players, the way they move, the way they go. It's why I've always said the coach in college is going to know more than any scout scouting them. He's the one that puts them in those type of predicaments, dude. He's the one that puts them in pressure, how to scheme against a dude when he knows what he's doing at coming towards him. Like that's why I've said when you get people like Harbaugh coming out of college to the NFL, he has an advantage on us for like 2-3 years. He's played against most of these dudes in college, so he most definitely has advantage when it comes to scouting. The only thing that these other teams have is depending on their scouts. He has physical played against some of these fucking guys, so he knows what they're like. So I don't know. I mean, I think with Fernando, you're going to have to develop him in order for him to be an NFL quarterback. And at the end of the day, if you're not buying him the line or the players, then the organization's still the ones to blame. And if you can get him the players, you never know. He may turn into Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Allen was not. They were about to boot his ass from the Bills, and long story short, that's when Davo came in, gave him Stefan Diggs, brought him players, and then they took off, and then they never looked back. But it doesn't work like that every time, but it would be something that he would need. I mean, I'd take Averill Reese in a heartbeat, dude. He would be my number one choice in this draft this year would be Averill Reese. I mean, they said, hey, who do you want to draft this year? I'm going to be like, Averill. I mean, I'll take him right this moment, but I don't think
would you draft him number one overall, or would you draft trade back like a couple spots, or how far back do you think he would drop? I mean, I know he's going to the first round
he'd go to
in
two.
the top 5.
He'd go
two,
to
maybe.
Two. He'd go to two right away.
After Fernando, yeah.
Fuck yeah! If we pick Fernando, I guarantee you the Jets pick frickin' Averill Reese. I mean, they'd be.
So I'm thinking more like if the Jets trade up with us, they take Fernando.
We pick him second.
We could take Averill.
Yeah, we'll take. That's what we want. That's the trade.
That's what I want, and then plus all the other picks we're going to get for it.
We get 5 first-round picks, or how you guys said, 4 in a second. If we get the 5 or 4 in a second, however they want to do it.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that we only moved to the second place and still got Averill Reese? Like, yeah, but this is why I don't want to make the trade to the Cardinals or nobody else, because once you put that gap in between each other, there's nothing.
Right, then you lose him too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing saying that team wants that guy, and there's nothing saying that they wouldn't be willing to trade off that pick too to pick up some drafts so they can get that. Like I would. It's one or two, man. It's one or two. You either buckle down and say, "Fuck it," they don't want to give me the trade. They don't want to give me the trade, but we need Reese. We're going to trade Max. We are going to trade Max, so we're going to take Reese. Like. Listen,
well, why not get Max and keep Max and have Reese? What kind of combination would that be?
I just heard a report, dude, from Max.
Oh, okay. You're going off of somebody said. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I've went off the report of Max himself when they asked him, "Hey, man, have you been informed on the head coaching interviews?"
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Nope, I haven't. They haven't informed me on anything." And he also said they haven't even talked to me since the season ended.
You know what? They talked about.
You tell me in the whole time Max has been here that's ever happened. Tell me one time. Like that's never happened in the whole time he's been a Raider. And now he is no different than anybody else on this team at the moment.
I have to disagree. I think it's different. That I was watching the Raiders squad show earlier with Lincoln Kennedy, and Q Myers, and they brought that question because it's a hot topic right now about Max not being asked about, and Lincoln Kennedy goes, that's what happens, man. He's still a little pissed off about how he was taken out last year. He's an alpha male. That's how he's going to be. And then you go stick a microphone in his face and saying, they asking you about, head coaching, who you want for a coach, asking your opinion. He's kind of distanced himself because he's pissed off. That's all it is. It's no big fucking thing, man. I don't think there's any rift between management, the team, and Max.
Well, they
I'm
didn't ask
sorry.
him that. They asked him, have you been in, has the Raiders been in contact with you on the head
Yeah,
coaching candidate? And
right.
he said,
That's what
no, they
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
even
I know. That's what I
contacted.
said.
And then they said, and then he said, right after that, he said, I haven't even talked to him since the end of the season.
Right. He's still pissed off about the way this season ended with them putting them on putting them on IR and not letting them play.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I'm
then
I'm gonna
Kennedy
be
said he's
honest.
an alpha male. That's the way he is, man. I mean, he's pissed.
He went back
And
to the team he was on there for the last 2 games at the
well, I
place.
understand that, but I mean, he was pissed off at the management. He wasn't pissed off at his teammates.
Yeah, they'll trade his ass. Max doesn't determine if he stays a Raider. Like
No, I know
Max,
he does. I know he doesn't.
yeah, Max doesn't have that choice. The front
No,
office,
no players
that's facts. I always
calls
say
whether
it.
they
I
stay or
always,
leave.
I always make it clear all the time. They just rent that jersey, man. That's all they do. They
Hmm.
just rent that
Hmm.
jersey, and
Yep.
they get paid by the boss, the dude that owns the shit.
Yeah.
Like Max. I've always said this. There's nobody dislikes Max. Nobody doesn't want Max to leave, but there is a time where an organization sees that. Look. Why did Max lie to him about the surgery? They were the ones that informed that he was going to have the surgery, and then he went in and had something else done. I mean, the organization's probably looking at a lot of different things here. Like Max does what Max wants to do. Like, and they're like, we don't want to do that no more. What have I talked about in the show? That's about the problem with big players. Sometimes the bigger players' voice is bigger than the coaches. If you're bringing in young dudes and you're going to have your guy over talk them, that's going to be really hard to make everybody buy into that stuff. Like I think the only way, like what do they say? Like if you want to brainwash people, right? What do they say? Go at 100 years, just wipe off their deal for 100 years, and then everybody's lineage will be gone. You just they won't know what happened there, and then you can start telling your own story. You can tell them whatever you want. It's the same thing here. In order to get that story across, you just got to get rid of all of them. And Colton, he's not going to say nothing because he just plays the game. But Max, I've said it. Why you want? I would rather get rid of Max and get me. Listen, I would even do this if I'm just dead ass. If I can trade Max and get fucking Roquan Smith, I would take that trade. I think a linebacker with a voice like that
Yeah.
matters more on a
I
team.
wanted Rokon when he got drafted. I wanted him that year so fucking bad on the
Yeah,
Raiders.
that's what I believe. I believe the Raiders need to get the fuck off the line because it seemed like every team that had a D lineman player had good sacks, good deals, but the rest of the team sucked, so or player got injured at some point in the season. For me, I think I would rather take the draft picks and move back to the linebacker and the corners. I want to move my strength back, not put it up on the line. I want to move it backwards. Let Tyreek and fucking Malcolm just go after them. Who gives a shit? And my corners and linebackers will pick that shit up when the dude can't stay in the pocket too long and they run him down anyways. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like I would move back. And in my opinion, dude, I just feel like there's so much going on right here. It's why I've said I wouldn't take the quarterback. I would take freaking Roquan. I would take Avriel Reese because he plays the half U. He can play DN, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, outside linebacker, DN. I mean, he can play the full U. He can play the full U, man. He might as well play for Miami. But at the end of the day, he can play all the way across, and that's a player we need. That is a major fucking need for our team, like major need. So even if you are getting rid of Max, you still have a player of his stature that can move all around the field and bring pressure. You can bring it from the outside linebacker. You can bring it from the middle linebacker. You can bring it from the DN. Like, he can rotate easily. And if Malcolm Kuntz shows that he was coming on at the end of this year and he's healthy and going into this next year that he's better, like, fuck, I mean, we still got a good damn player with Brees too. Even Tyree. I mean, Tyree showed he can play better. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, Tyree seems like he plays better when Max isn't on the field. Like, it's just facts, dude. Like, seems like when Max is hurt or don't play, Tyree has better games. He just maybe don't have the pressure with Max sitting over him. I don't know what the fucking deal is, but if you look at his stats, he seems to have better games when Max isn't on the field. It's just what it is, but I just feel like man, we've had Clee and them here. Everybody said they sucked. He goes to Niners, fucking guy who just sacked motherfuckers. Like, you're as good as the coaches on your staff, how they put you. But I agree, like, you're not going to hurt to have Max because you're already paying Max. Like, I get that whole deal. And especially if you have Reese with Max, oh, fuck. We're going to murder people, dude. But I just feel like for the organization to have success, like I said, I would go with Webb and them and just redo the whole entire deal. I would just I would get rid of everybody, man. Like, outside of my rookie base players of, all my rookies, man. I mean, I would try to just start implementing them and just keep building through the draft class and just trade out everybody or cut their contracts and get as much money or trade value from the people I can. And then I would just build off the draft class, dude. I mean, we have 10 fucking picks this year. We had 7, 8 yet last year. I mean, we got a lot of draft picks, dude. So, and then we have a lot of money. So we can most definitely fill back in a roster of new players, I just feel like sometimes it's Max. I mean, I don't want to say Max is a cancer. Like, I don't want to say that. But it could be referenced as that for sure, because his voice will overspeak a lot of people there. And the only thing I've said is, for a guy of his stature, why aren't other people playing with his volume? Like, how come that defense ain't just burning it with him? And it's the same thing with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, fucking great dude. 23 sacks now, right? And then fucking leadership.
23. That's fucking insane.
You know who broke that record, but they took it away from him was what's his name? The cowboy fucking on the Vikings, fucking Jared Allen. Jared Allen got the sack for the 23 sacks in 16 games, but they fucking pulled the deal on Monday and said it was a team sack, dude. So they took the sack away from him on that deal.
So maybe like 22 and a half or something.
Yeah, because they gave it a team sack, and then he had the record. And if you watch the video, he sacked them by himself. They fucking just Monday, he sacked them all by himself. I don't even know where the fuck the team sack deal came. Players came afterwards, but he fucking got him in the backfield twice. So I mean, like that shit was crazy as hell. But long story short, yeah, he had 16 games with 23 sacks, dude. And
well, still, he did it in a game less too. So you got to take that in consideration.
Say again.
Well, he, like you said, he did it in 16 games, not 17. So I mean, you got to take that in consideration too.
He said straight up. He said, I'll give you the 20 or the 17 games, 23 sacks in the season, but I hold it 16 and 23. I was like, fucking guys, crazy.
Right.
But long story short,
well, that's the thing, is they keep extending. I mean, it used to be 14 games, used to be less than that. I mean, so the old records they're gonna break, and if they make it 18 games, which I think would be a mistake. As much as I love football, these guys, or the injuries by the end of the year and during the playoffs, are just ridiculous. I mean, these guys are so fast, so strong, so big, just colliding with each other. The schedule, I mean, it's killing either that, or if they need to bump up the roster from 53 up to like maybe 60 or something, and maybe put another buy in. It's just, I mean, this is a fucking rough sport, man. It sucks when your backups are playing in the playoff games, because the starters are done. They just can't play anymore, and I think that takes away from the playoffs and the overall champion. I mean, look at the Denver, for example. Now Bo Nix is out. What do you think their odds are actually making the Super Bowl now as compared to what it was when he was still on the team? Not that he's the greatest quarterback in the world. I mean, so this is what gets me about it. It's we all want more football, man, but there's only so much a human body can take, man. I don't care how trained you are and how well you eat, and you know how many ice baths you take, and shit, go in your atmospheric chambers, whatever, to try to recoup. There's only so much the body can take in a year, and it draws away from the playoffs, in my opinion.
What's facts? He hasn't even finished the season in 3 years now. He
Hmm.
has 7 surgeries, 3 years, man. Like,
Hmm.
he hasn't even finished the season. And if people say, well, he would have finished if they didn't pull him, yeah, and he could have fucking ended his career too. Like, the guy will play hurt. And when you play hurt, you won't last long. Like, there's a
Yeah.
reason there's coaches there to pull him off and make him get pissed, because they have the best interest in your future, because they are
Hmm.
paying you millions of dollars, so
Right.
they want to make goddamn sure that, hey, you don't run this fucking team, I do. And that's what
Well,
I love about the front office here.
mhm.
Let Max get in his feelings. He doesn't run the team. If he got to go sit down, he's got to sit down. It's just how it
Look what
works.
happened to look what happened to Jim Otto. He missed
Yep.
part of one game one time. Al Davis talked to him and said, "I don't ever want you to miss time again," and he never did. And then he ended up with one leg, and then he ended up dying prematurely from all those fucking injuries and all those surgeries to the knees. It took his toll, and it shortened his life. I love football, man, but I love life more.
Hey, Nathaniel, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If we draft Fernando this year and we fucking have the first overall pick next year, I'm trading Fernando's motherfucking ass, and I'm gonna take Archie Manning. So, hey, more fucking kudos for us, right? We win-win, win-win.
And we
What do
still
you
have
think,
draft
Ozzy?
picks next year.
What
Oh, I'm
were you
sorry.
saying,
Go
Mike?
ahead.
No,
No,
what
no,
were you?
no.
No.
I
What
was
were you
off
gonna
track.
say? No, what were you
No,
gonna
I
say?
was off track. No, go ahead.
Who cares? What were you gonna say?
I was going to say something, but then I thought about it and that was stupid. It didn't relate to what you
Who
just said.
cares? I mean,
I,
that Ozzy was watching midget donkey porn. I mean, we know that's why he's on double screens.
oh, is that the other
Shut
screen
the
you
hell
were
up,
talking
man.
about?
Hey, you know damn well I heard you turn the volume down in the last one with
Maybe,
the dog.
maybe it's
Hey,
kangaroo
funny fucker.
sex. It's
I heard you.
kangaroo sex.
Fuck
That's
yeah,
what
I
it
Funny
heard
is.
that
motherfuckers.
eonking in the fucking back. Eonk, eonk.
Hey, you wish. Oh, you're into that shit, not me though.
It was. For some reason I heard
I,
Lollipop
you're the
Land.
one over there smoking some good ganja or whatever,
Hey,
man. Your
I've heard
hallucinations are
Lollipop
your.
Land, and I come from the Lollipop Land. Fucking
Lollipop
Yeah.
no.
land.
But what do you think?
So, which question are we answering again? Sorry, I'm multitasking here. Sorry about that, bro.
We didn't have no question. I was just
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
just because when you guys are talking, I lose track of the question because I'm
We
just
got to
sitting there and you said,
rambling.
that's
yeah,
yeah. That's why I asked him if he what he thought. Fuck it.
yeah. Because I was like, just listen to you guys talk. So.
The question for the next deal is would Mendoza benefit more from sitting 1 year, or should he play immediately if drafted?
Definitely sitting here. He ain't gonna be ready coming into this fucking thing. No fucking way, no how. Even any team really should still sit for a year because, like I've said, he's not a Joe Burrow. I don't think he's the kind of quarterback you bring in straight away in the first year, regardless of what team. I mean, you'd have to have the perfect fucking team for him to start right away. which most teams don't, especially if they're drafting as high as we are. So, no, he definitely has to sit for 1 year minimum. I wouldn't even mind him sitting for 2 years, but that won't happen.
What do you think, Mike?
Definitely sit. Yeah, there's no choice. I mean, uh, I don't care who we pick up in the free agency. I don't care who we pick up in the draft. I don't believe like a lot of people. It's funny that the tides are turning. There's more and more people because I've been saying, you've been saying, Dustin. I think also you've been saying it as well that trade back. He's not worth the number one overall for fucking weeks, if not months, probably months. And and we got criticized and chastised, saying, "Oh, what do you mean? That's the guy. He's the god. That's our savior. You know." And he's not. So he's definitely gonna have to sit at least 1 year, like Ozzy said, maybe two. So yeah,
If you
sit him.
get Mac Jones, if Clint comes here and gets Mac Jones because he needs a quarterback, you can almost
There
bet
you
he's
go.
sit for 2 years. He's going to sit for 2 years. You'll bet anything
There
on
you
it.
go. That'd be perfect, man.
Yeah, because I don't think Shanahan lets Mac Jones come here only to be benched behind Fernando when he plays really well. I think
Yeah.
if he wants to let him go do a 2-year contract, show that he can go win. Why they're developing Fernando and then fucking ship him off, get the draft capital, and probably still keep Aiden O'Connell here. You know what I mean? Like Aiden's a good backup. I don't think
I
there's any
think he
reason
is
to
too.
get rid of him.
I mean, but we all know what's going to happen if Mac Jones or Aiden O'Connell loses a couple games in a row, or maybe three, maybe throws an interception or two along the way. All we're going to be hearing. You know,
Yeah, but I
People are
think
going to
when
be
you look at
screaming that
you
he's
look
not in there.
that is true, but you looked at how Kyle played with Mac. That Mac played so well. There was talk about trading Purdy and fucking going with Mac.
Hmm.
And Clint calling plays with Sam. He's gonna call plays just fine with Mac, dude. He's gonna win games with
Hmm.
Mac. He's gonna run a 12 plus win season. So if people are saying go throw Fernando in there when the kid's only 25, Mac Jones only 25. He'd only be 27 years old by the time we're done with him, and fucking we'd be telling him to put him out. I mean, that'd be crazy as hell.
Hmm.
Like, what would
No,
it
Mac
matter?
Jones did a great job.
Yeah, why couldn't we do with what the Green Bay Packers did with fucking Aaron Rodgers and Love and just let them sit there for a few
Hmm.
while they
Hmm.
went with another quarterback for a minute?
That's what. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. What is your name? I don't even fucking know. You got a fucking weird ass name, fucking GFF. Who I'm not even, I can care less, but I believe he'll stay in Seattle too. I think he'll stay in Seattle too. I just have this weird fucking feeling, bro, that Foles gonna go in a Super Bowl and be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stay this year. Like I just have that feeling.
You think so? I hadn't heard that. Any
I haven't.
rumors
I
about that?
don't. Nobody's gonna hear it. Nobody's gonna hear it. You know what I mean? Like, I think when your teams go from your front runner up in the Falcons to the Ravens to this and that, and then fucking now you're gonna be stuck with Arizona. Like, he's probably not even a front candidate in the Bills. You know what I mean? Like, for a guy that's as good a coordinator as everybody's claiming this guy to be, why? I mean, people should have wanted to take him right away, don't you think? Like, don't you think if the guy was as good at play calling and being a coach that Atlanta wouldn't have signed this dude? Fucking Atlanta would have signed that dude for damn sure. But no, who did they go with? Fucking Stefanski. Oh, I thought Stefanski was a failing coach. I thought that guy was no good. They went and hired him over Clint. Then Baltimore to go with fucking Lamar. would have helped him out massively, and they went with Jesse Minster. Like, I'm telling you, there's something with Klint, dude, which I've heard numerous things that the guy has that they feel like he don't have the voice for the locker room. So I don't know. I mean, he went from all those teams, and then what is he even in at the Bills? I don't even think so. I think it's Dabo, Brady, and the other fucking dude. Fuck, I don't know. I can't remember his name right now. But long story short, say again.
Oh, McDermott.
No, I'm saying like the candidates over there. It's Dabo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's another guy that's over there, but I can't remember his name. I don't know why I'm blanking him. I know he's there. I just can't picture his name right now. Oh, it's fucking Grant. It's Grant, fucking the dude from the guy that's probably leading over in the Browns. He got summoned over to the Bills for an interview. So, and then they said they'd like him a lot, that he's one of their top candidates right now. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, the Raiders can't mess this one up, man. I'm telling you, if you're waiting it out with him, I mean, there's a good chance Klint just says, "Hey, man, you guys got LaFleur, all these other guys. Like, I might just return back. I have my team, like." And
You think he'd pass up on the head coaching over an OC job?
Man, Josh McDaniels did it for years. He did it for years, man.
True.
And when you're comfortable with what you're doing, your family, like, we don't know where he's at with everything, like
That's true. Uprooting your family.
What I do believe is when he set out to do the coaching interviews, I believe he wanted to come to us to have a resume. That's what I believe. He wanted to come to us to have a resume, and he was targeting one of the bigger franchises. Because, like, in my opinion, and I'm not going to say he won't take our job. I'm not going to say that. He could take our job. But the thing that comes down to, like, how I'm thinking is, why would he take a job that the team's in poverty? Every coach has been fired in fucking year 1 or fucking 3. Nobody's been able to do much with it. And he's on a fucking Super Bowl caliber team. The fucking organization throws him a fucking extra $2 million, which I don't even know what he's making right now, but let's just say they make him the highest paid offensive coordinator. And then fucking, why does he need to leave for right now? You know what I mean? If he's backing his shit up and gets a ring over there, I mean, you're talking about taking down a team you just came there with. Like, you just got there. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, just say he goes all the way too and wins the Super Bowl. What are you gonna have to pay this dude?
I think if he wins Super Bowl, he's staying. Like, if I'm just being dead ass, I think he wins
If
Super Bowl.
He'll stay if they get the Super Bowl.
I think if he gets the Super Bowl, you're wasting your time probably trying to hire him. I mean, what do most people say? Running back, right? They say running back. So, like I said, he
Two
just
ways you can take it. Yeah.
You think if Kubiak's resume said that he left Shanahan and 4 years later, he had back-to-back championships in Seattle. I mean, fuck, dude, that dude's resume would skyrocket. He'd be a fucking top-notch candidate right away. Where do you think he's getting paid more? 2 Super Bowl rings with the fucking 2 Super Bowl rings with the Seahawks right now, or the fucking Raiders? Like, he can build his name along with his dad and everybody else right now. So can he go do it at the next level at a head coach? Yeah, but how about get those ones first? Like,
yeah, well, you're right. He's young enough to hold off for a couple of
40
years.
years old, and he takes the head coaching job.
Right.
Listen, I'll tell you this.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this. I heard in the middle of the season that they were already thinking about doing this. I heard in the middle of the season that they were talking about running it back with Kubiak due to more coaching experience. Not in the fact of the team or not, but it was just due more to have more experience. And I'm telling you, a lot of people look at the Raiders, man, and why would, like, if he has to wait a year, and then let's just say, what's another good team that could lose a coach? What's a good team that you think a coach can leave next year or get fired? Fuck, so many got fired this year. It's like fucking almost everybody fucking.
Yeah, I know, because I mean, I wouldn't expect Sean McDermott to be
It's
get
like
fired this year.
who's the coach for the Cowboys? If is it the same dude? Did they fire the head coach for the Cowboys? I don't think so, right? They kept
No,
Callahan.
I think they stayed with the
Yeah, so look, Callahan can easily be fired. He can easily go to the motherfucking Cowboys with a way better roster than us. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, they got to be thinking about stuff in the future too. So for me, I think like with him, what's open? The Browns. He's not going to go to the Steelers. I don't think. I think they want defense in there, but so he goes the Browns, Cardinals, Raiders. There's the Steelers, but he won't go there. Is that it, or is there more teams? I think there's more teams, right?
I think there's only like 4 or 5 still looking for a head coach.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. It's the Steelers,
Man,
Browns,
I can
Raiders.
look it up for you real quick.
It's the Raiders and Cardinals, I think. Cardinals, Raiders, Browns. Um, what did I say the first?
What NFL teams are still looking for head coaches? Um,
Buffalo.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Las Vegas Raiders, Cleveland Browns, Buffalo Bills. Well, Baltimore Ravens it says, but that's already been filled. And
Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals. Yeah. So
So
you nailed them all.
let's look at Buffalo. So Buffalo, I'm just gonna assume he's not getting the job there. I'm just gonna say they'll probably go with Dabo or they'll go with Brady. I mean, it almost looks bad on them not to hire Brady, but if Brady returns back as the OC under Dabo, I mean, that's a fire ass squad right there. I mean, that's a balling ass squad right there offensively. So I would assume Klint isn't in on Buffalo. Klint would be in on the Raiders, the Cardinals, and the Browns. Nobody wants the fucking Browns. I don't even know if he even took an interview with the Browns. He's not going to Pittsburgh, so it only leaves him between the Raiders and the Cardinals. And then, like I said, it's the stature of where he's at with the team right now. Does it look good when you're a head coach? Yeah, but it also can look real fucking bad real quick when that team can't turn around. You know what I mean? And then you look at him being one of the hottest coaching candidates in all football right now, right? And you're saying next year that he's going to carry the same stature as he would running it back with the Seahawks next year? What's his offense ranking right now? Top 3, right? I said earlier he's top 3 offense, right? You think that happens with the Raiders? Or you think we're like top 15, top 20? Like I would say like 15, 20. Like if I'm just saying year 1, 15, 20. So now on this guy's stat record, his shit goes from being one of the hottest offensive coordinators in all football to just fucking mid-pack. And then there's nothing saying he makes the jump the following year. So there's another good chance he runs it back at 15 or fucking 15, 20 again. More times than not in their deals of building, so on. It'll be year 4 or so. But what my point is why would he want to regress? Why would he want to regress for a few years when he's already got it right now? Like that, and I'm not saying he won't. I'm not saying he won't do it. I'm not saying he's not going to do it. I'm just saying, to me, it doesn't make no fucking sense. The Seahawks ain't trying to get rid of him. They're not telling him he has to go. Part of me would, like I've said, I would be like, hey, I'm sticking around, dude. I'm going to stick around for another year or two, they have a good chance to go win a Super Bowl this year and win it, go back again next year. And then if he falls off, then leave. But if you're telling me that a coach like him going to come to the Raiders and then they're just going to change it over the next, that's a lot of what ifs, dude. Every coach that's came here had that idea. And we've hired good coaches, man. It ain't like we just hired these bum ass motherfuckers. We have hired some bums, but we've hired some good coaches, man. And still nobody figure out how to win here consecutively. So I've said it, just go build the team first, man. That way you don't need a big time, name for the head coach or not. You can put in younger dudes, give them times. That's why I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying, I think they have to target Webb, man. It doesn't matter if he's not 100% ready to be the head coach. Put him in there and let him learn, man. He'll fucking be there in the next few years. We're already losing, man. Don't fucking go lose on your coach too. Man, I don't know, man. I just hope we don't fuck it up. That's all I would say. Fucking Kubiak would have Frazier and Buff.
Yeah, facts. We can't fuck up this coaching cycle.
Don't get me wrong. Webb can be a lot of people's favorites, That's the only problem is I wouldn't doubt it if that he was a candidate for the Ravens, but I'm just saying, like, why would they? I don't think Webb makes sense to the I don't think Webb makes sense to the Bills because he's never done nothing yet, and they need a coach that can go in and get shit going now. Like you bring Dable in, you're probably going right back to the playoffs this year. Like you bring Webb in, you're going to be trying to learn too many things. I don't think he's going to the playoffs. So, he may. Don't get me wrong. He has a good team around him. So, it'd probably help him get there a lot quicker. But I think it's just familiarity with Dabo. That's why I would say he has like a 95% chance of landing that job. But
I doubt the Bills would hire somebody that, because they got rid of McDermott because he couldn't win the Super Bowl or, but he was getting into the playoffs every year. I doubt that they would go with a guy that's, 30 years old and just got a good record. A good record for 30 years old. But, they're looking for a coach that will take them that extra step. And I don't know.
Hey, now,
They're going to want some experience. They're not rebuilding like we are.
Facts. They want the Tony Dungy, John Gruden fucking scenario.
Yeah.
Bills, Steelers, Raiders are in. They're running for Davis Webb. Yeah, that's what I said. I just feel like they got to figure out once we can cut away Kubiak. If we can just cut away Kubiak, man. I wish he would just say, like, hey, I want the job or I'm going to run it back. Like, I just wish he would say, like, yes, I will be leaving this year. Like, I would love to hear, but he's not going to do it in the season. So, and then the only way we're going to know, dude, I heard reports. So I heard reports that the Raiders tried like a motherfucker to get Jesse in the build when he was in the building. That they tried like a motherfucker to hire him, and he told him no. Like he told him no. He said he knew like he was getting the Ravens job, man. And I've just said, isn't what everybody brought up Jesse about? That's their boy because he comes from Michigan and their ties and shit. They turned them down. He turned them down. He said, nah, bro, I'm going to get this job over here, but thanks anyways, so I don't know. I can get fucking dangerous real quick. I don't think Davis Webb turns anybody down. He's so young. He's just chomping at the bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Raider Mitch. I would say that if logic would say like with the options out there right now, you would have to put Webb third because I would say it would be if you can't get Kubiak, you go get Daniels, and then if you can't get Daniels, you go get Webb. Like that's kind of how the rotation I'd go until Daniels physically is off the market. I would have to put it in that rotation first. All right, you guys ready for the next question?
Yes.
Does Mendoza's skill set actually fit Kubiak's offense, or would the scheme need to adjust?
Who's first on this one? Can I go first?
You can go.
Aussie, you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think Mendoza would go with Kubiak because Kubiak is a run first, and that's what Indiana is. So I mean that's what he does. So he would need the support of the run game. So I say it half jokingly, but yeah, that would probably work for him to where he wasn't the main focus because Mendoza is the. I mean, he's been labeled, and I've been hearing it more and more. Finally, people are starting to understand what most of us have seen for a lot of us have seen for a while now, for weeks now, is that he's a game manager. He's a good game manager and very good game manager. But I mean, he doesn't cause a lot of turnovers and shit like that. And but he's not the main focus. And I think in the Gary, or excuse me, not Gary, Clint Kubiak situation, he would be better uh, suited with that because he would not be the main focus of the offense. That's it.
That's very true. They'll be rotating a lot, so he would most definitely not have all the pressure focused on him. What do you think, Ozzy?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Mike on this one. I think with the Kubiak, he fits that system a bit more. But at the same time, I still think they're going to have to design it to his play somewhat because, I mean, we saw it kind of in the title game. He has the tendency to always throw the out route or whatever you want to call it out to the sideline and
Oh
stuff.
yes.
Like, he has a tendency to not be able, like, we don't know how well he can throw over the middle of the field. So I think
You
any
know,
offense in the NFL, you've got to be able to throw over that middle of the field. So year one, I say yes, they definitely have to develop that thrown over the middle of the field. So they're most definitely going to have to change their scheme to suit his play style. That's what I think, anyway. I mean, maybe he comes
good,
in and he starts throwing over the middle of the field.
good point about the middle of the field, Aussie.
Yeah. That's the only thing that scares me with Mendoza. It doesn't matter what system
Hmm.
you put him in because West Coast, fucking air raid, like you got to be able to throw the ball over the middle of the field and throw it deep. So at some point,
You don't have the arm for that yet, for sure.
yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
don't put
Like,
much tape on throwing downfield in the middle to begin with. 80-20, maybe 80, maybe 90-10.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Because that's why I don't want him, man. Because
He also, Kubiak's smart enough to be able to tailor his system to
I agree with that. But the question,
Fernando. So
yeah,
there's a lot of people that can run Taylor systems like they did with Devontae. Every now and
true.
again, you get a deep ball down and out. Devontae made most of his yards on 5 and 10 yards cross
That's
the
it.
middle drags, and then he took it to the house. Like Devontae runs a fucking 4.57 40. He's not outrunning very many people. But what he does really good is run routes, and then when he breaks their ankles, he can leave them by the time they can catch back. So
I don't disagree, but that's what I'm saying. We have to tailor it to the quarterback in this case because you asked me like whether like Kubiak would have to change his scheme or whatever to suit Fernando. Then I say yes. He has to tailor it to the quarterback.
yeah, it's gonna have to 100% be. And again, he's not just this wild card that runs out and does his own shit either. That's why I said I don't know where they came up with the Joe Burrow shit. And not only that, I heard somebody say fucking Andrew Luck I about died
Oh my
laughing.
God. God.
Yeah, I almost died fucking laughing. I'm like, but nobody even knew the fuck Fernando was until week 8 of the college season. And then fucking we're over here now comparing this dude to fucking Andrew Luck and fucking Joe Burrows. Like, yeah, oh, fuck, hey. Joe Burrows and Andrew Luck fucking had elite arm fucking talent and strength and busting motherfuckers' ass all over the middle of the fucking field on daily basis. You know, like, no, Fernando does fucking sideline check downs, fucking behind fucking
Hmm.
players, dude. He throws the ball behind dudes all the fucking time. I don't see how people don't see that shit. The team's just good enough that they make it fucking look like they're doing that. But fucking when a dude's sprawling straight out with his arms all the way out and his feet trying to match the same distance of his arms just so he can catch the ball in a reverse catch, that's not playing. That's
Didn't some
playing.
receiver for him hurt his knee going back for a
Yeah,
ball they threw behind him?
yeah.
Yeah, fucked up his knee. And they always know it's a back shoulder pass. No, back shoulder passes are at the shoulder, not the fucking hips. You know,
You know,
that's on the
shout out.
sideline.
Oh, what were we saying?
I was gonna say it's not just he was doing it. He did it to Becker in the one of the few passes he threw towards the middle of the field. He threw it behind it too, and that's the one where Becker had to use two hands and a leg to corral the ball and made some unreal catch. To get the ball. And wasn't you know wasn't Fernando great on that play? No, he wasn't. Becker was great on that play. Forgot Fernando got the ball in the vicinity of him when he had great protection. He got it within the vicinity of him. Becker made the play, not Fernando.
That's facts. I mean, unless I'm forgetting, wasn't Fernando on 4th and 5 a few times in that game?
Mm. Hmm. Well, that one that he ran that everybody's so enamored by,
I mean, don't get me
you know,
wrong, that was a good
that
good
was a
run.
great run. I mean, there's no
That
doubt
was
about
the
it.
best play for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
One play don't win the game, man. Like you have to have
No.
multiple. Dude, like I said, Carson Beck looked better at quarterback than
Yeah.
um,
And let's not forget special teams gave him 7 points on the block punt and a touchdown. So that's 7 points right there.
Yeah, facts.
Fernando had what, 184 yards, zero touchdowns, zero interceptions. But yeah, that's an adequate. That's a game manager type of stats. You don't throw interceptions. You get a decent amount of yards, and then let your team. The running game's what won that game. Running game and defense and special teams combined, not Fernando. I mean, Ole Miss with your man Chambliss did better against Miami than uh, Fernando did, in my opinion.
All right, let's go. I got a few more, and then I got to hop off here. It's already 1. I try to be done by like 12, but fucking
Never
uh,
seem to be able to do that.
nope, never. 1:30 all the time. Um, let me just see. It's um. All right, we got 2 more questions. What is Mendoza's realistic ceiling? Franchise quarterback, solid starter, or high end backup? Ozzy.
It's your turn, Ozzy.
Sorry, repeat the question.
What is Mendoza's realistic ceiling? Franchise quarterback, solid starter, or high end backup?
I think realistically, he could be maybe a solid starter, but at the moment, until he goes out there and proves it to me, I don't see him as that what you would classify as a true franchise quarterback. Like I'm not going to put him in the same tier as guys like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, like those kind of guys. I'd say his ceiling would probably be a tier below that with the right scheme and coaching and all that kind of thing. So I say he could be a solid starter, but I just do not see him as that like a top 10 quarterback. Basically, I do not see him as a top 10 quarterback. I just don't see that. Like you could see that with Burrow when he came out. You could see that even with the potential in Lawrence when he came out, even though he's just starting to get good now. But I just don't see it with Mendoza at all. I think he's more likely to either be a solid starter or solid backup. Like he could easily become another Aiden O'Connell. I'm not going to lie. I think he's got a bit more mobility than him, but I just don't see it. Like, yeah, I don't see it, man. I'm not trying to hate on the kid, but I just call for a spade, if you will.
Hell yeah. Mike.
I would agree with Aussie's. I was going to say his ceiling. That was the question. His ceiling. What do I think? What do we think is his potential ceiling? Is a solid starter. Um, I think he has that for a ceiling, especially if he gets on the right team with the right system. I think he could be a solid starter. I don't like Aussie also said top 10 quarterback, top 10, maybe top 15, top 10 to top 15, maybe as far as the ceiling, as far as where he could go if he's in the right system with the right people around him. Yeah, I could see him being in the top 15, but that's about it. He's absolutely 100%, 1000% not a first overall draft pick, first rounder. I'm sorry. Uh, I, I don't see his ceiling ever reaching that status. I'm done.
Yeah, just adding to what you're saying, like Raider Nation 510 is saying his Mendoza is like a Kirk Cousins or a Jared Goff. I can definitely see that possibility. That's like top 15ish, like you were saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think that's actually probably a pretty good comparison as a Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff.
Hmm.
That's probably what I see. Like Jared Goff wasn't that good until he got to the Lions in the right system and everything. So I mean, he got annihilated in the
I, I
Rams.
think I think it's been brought up a lot tonight. Is like it's not like he's more of a game manager than a game changer. I mean, he's gonna go.
Yeah, he's not like
I think Garrett Carr was better than Mendoza. To be honest with you, Derek Carr had no defense. I mean, he had a pretty decent offensive line for a few years there,
to be
but
honest.
he had.
Even if you look at Carr in Fresno, his arm
Mhm.
talent in Fresno look better than Mendoza's does right now.
Oh, Thank you. That's a good point. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think some people, I think it's people that don't really look deep into it, or they just read the hype and they don't get deeper into it, that really feel like he's the man. But if you just, you know, take
I
off
think
the
yeah,
sunglasses,
I think the
you
problem
know,
sometimes is big media and content creators pushing certain narratives,
exactly.
and then people just eat that stuff up instead of doing their own research into the player and stuff.
Hmm. Right.
So it just gives me the shit sometimes. Like
I agree with you on that statement 100%, man. It's like, yeah, they, you
You can
know,
like a guy, there's nothing wrong with that, but just don't.
yeah,
I just hate it when they put certain players on a pedestal that they shouldn't be on.
yeah. You have to at least take the time to watch some. I don't mean to watch film. Watch some games. I mean, not highlights, games.
Yeah, watch the
You
actual
know,
games. Yeah,
watch actual. If you want to learn about a person, watch the actual games. See the tempo, see how it changes throughout the game. Highlights ain't going to teach you all that stuff. You're not going to
that's
say,
facts.
"Oh, what did he do when this situation happened? What did he do when that situation happened?" You don't see that from highlights. So you have to
Exactly.
watch the
The
whole
highlights cut out
game.
all the bad shit because it's
Right,
highlighted.
right. Yeah, they're called highlights for a reason. So
Facts.
Hella people be watching highlights acting like they fucking straight analysts. Oh fuck! Sometimes.
Yeah, that shit annoys the fuck out of me. Because what I do, like, because I'm not going to claim to know every college player or whatever, but sometimes what I do, if I hear a name that's popping up, I have a Foxtel box, like it records shit. So I go back and I'll watch the games that I've recorded. So I can like slow it down, rewatch the same thing 10 times over because I got recordings on my box.
yeah,
Or
I
sometimes
got a bunch of them on my DVR too right now. I've been
yeah,
watching the last few days, and one of the main games I've been watching lately a lot is the Miami Indiana game. I've watched that probably like fucking 5 times, at least, if not more. And it's just like I get the same reaction every time.
yeah,
In fact, it gets worse every time.
yeah, I can agree with that statement.
All right, man. We're gonna get to the last question, and then so we can get off here. I have to get off here quick. Last question is gonna be 3 years from now. Is this group remembered as the start of something or another Raiders reset?
I'll go first then. I think if we hire Mendoza, there's a very strong chance of resetting in 3 years. Because, and the reason I'm saying that is even if we get because I think Webb could be a really great coach and everything like that. But I think the worst thing we can do is tie Webb to Mendoza. Because if we bring Webb and all them in, that coaching staff in, and then we go and draft Mendoza, you kind of tying their bad. You're tying them at the hip, so to speak. So it's basically like if Mendoza fails, and that means Webb's going to fail too, in a sense. Or it could be like we'll lose somebody, and then maybe Webb will stay. Who knows? But it will definitely be resetting something, like at least one side of the ball or fucking something. I think if we get Mendoza, I think Mendoza has a very big busting chance. If I'm not gonna lie. Like I said before, it reminds me of Josh Rosen. When Miami got Josh Rosen. But yeah, that's the flaw for me is Josh Rosen for Mendoza. So I think it's a big risk. I think it's a risk that we do not need to take. I think we're better off trading down, like we've been saying, getting Arvell Reese, because you get Arvell Reese, that's to me is like pretty much no prospect coming out of the draft, so no missed prospect per se, but that's the closest thing you're gonna get to a no missed prospect is getting Reese, in my opinion. Like his chances of succeeding are far better than Mendoza. And then the other good thing is if you get Reese, you can start him right away. Like you're not having the dude sit on the bench for all year. You can put Reese in there right now.
Oh yeah, he's a day one starter.
So, and then on top of that, you're going to get all this extra draft capital. So I think if you're trying to say like what looks best for the regime, trade down. That's going to make you look like a superhero because you'll get Reese. Reese will come out and smack the shit out of people, and everyone buying Reese jerseys like there's no tomorrow. And then on top of that, you're going to get all this extra draft capital, and people are going to say how great Spytek is because he got all this extra draft capital and robbed the Jets for freaking all those picks and whatever. So I think that's the way to go, in my opinion. But I think you get Mendoza. I think there's a good chance things can end up being a bust, and we're back having the same conversation 3 years from now.
There you go, Mike.
Yeah, when you said this, when this group with this group, what do you mean by the group? You mean the
Like
possible coaching candidates?
I'm just saying with the staff that I was talking about with Kubiak, Kyle Scott or Carl Scott and Fernando
Right.
as a group.
Oh, okay. And Fernando,
Yeah.
reset, reset. Yeah. With I would rather. Oh, we already said that. I don't want to go back over old news. But yeah, I'm just going to say without retreading what I've already said before, what we've already talked about before, is I think within 3 years we're not looking for. Hopefully, we're not looking for another rebuild, but we're going to have to make some big adjustments. You know, so reset, I guess, is my answer.
I would say if we go through this coaching hire for 2 years in a row with Spytek and Tom and them, and we don't come out of here with the coach after 3 years trying to win, I mean, man, I don't know what else we're gonna do. I mean, if the coach is guaranteed 3 years that he's gonna be here, and don't get me wrong, if the coach can't, get it turned around, that's on him. But that's also waste on Genty, Bowers, Tucker, freaking, Porter, um, Hemingway, Pegas, Caleb, Grant, all them dudes, they just get wasted. I would probably, if it was me, I'd probably not let a coach go past 2 years. I would give him 2 years. That's as many years as I'd give him. And then I'd tell him, if you can show me that you can win in them first 2 years, I will give you a 5-year and go from there. But starting out, I don't care what their name is. I would only tell them 2 years, and then we can go from there.
Mhm.
Any good coach should be able to at least score on their side or show growth on their side in 2 years. Unless they're just some cat purgatory like no tomorrow. But if you're telling me that guy gets to come in, get free agents, go through the draft for 1 year, come back the next year, do the same, and doesn't have showing nothing in it, then I would probably move on at that point. I mean, we're getting rid of dudes like Dermott that the coach said, I came in the deal and everybody was crying. That we just felt like we came to a playoff wall. I'm like, bud, you ain't even been to the playoffs in so many fucking years until that fool got there. What the hell are you even talking about? Like, if it wasn't for Sean, you wouldn't even be how good you guys are right now. And that's just facts. But either way, do you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about, or?
No, I'm good. I think we covered a lot of topics today already.
I want to bring up something off what not
Oh yeah,
something we've talked about yet, if you don't mind. Unless Austin, you have something first.
Nope.
no, go ahead.
We can go, and then this will probably be where once we're done, then we'll hop off. But throw it out there.
This will be quick.
I don't care.
I just want to remind people some important dates coming up here.
Yep.
The American Bowl. I mean, for those of you fans, I know you guys in this chat. I know you guys in the panel love to scout. We got some big games, premier All-Star games coming up. The American Bowl on Thursday, January 22nd on the NFL Network at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So you'll be able to see some talent there. The East-West Shrine game is Tuesday the 27th of January at 4 p.m. Pacific time on the NFL channel. And then the Senior Bowl, which we're all really looking forward to, is Saturday, January 31st at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I couldn't find the channel on that one. I'm assuming it's an NFL network, but I don't know.
Hell yeah. I didn't even know.
Just remind me of
I didn't even know those games were on, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So the 22nd, 27th, and the 31st. Those are your dates for the premier All-Star games.
What dates? What was it again? My bad.
So one of them must be today.
American Bowl is shit. That was the 20. That's today's the 22nd.
Yeah.
Son of a.
I think I recorded it. Maybe I have to check. They might.
Says,
I wasn't saying shit. I was saying shit to myself.
Would you accept Carr for 1 year since he already knows Kubiak's offense? Give Mendoza that time to adjust. Fuck yeah. In a heartbeat. Not even ask me twice. Send the jet.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay. For those of you that, like me, that missed the American Bowl on the NFL Network, they tend to run things over and over again, so that you might be able to catch it on that. But yeah,
oh, you know damn well that you know damn well that thing's on at 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm already in my guide on my TV trying to find out if when they're re-showing it.
Yeah, they
usually. Yeah, so the 27th January is the East-West Shrine game, and the 31st of January is the Senior Bowl.
Nice. All next week.
Select my.
You guys have anything else you want to mention?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, this is where we're gonna hop off, and like I said, we'll figure out if there's any news breaks tomorrow or anything worth talking about, and if there is, then we'll be back on tomorrow night. If not, we'll be back when there's some more shit to talk about. I always figure out
yeah, sure. I can't wait for Monday though. I can't wait until after Monday. If the Donkeys get knocked off, then we'll know.
Say it one more time.
I can't wait for Monday because if the Donkeys get knocked off, which they should, then we'll know.
Oh fuck! You're telling me, man. I mean, oh.
That's why I can't wait for Monday, man. I think it's Sunday for you guys.
Yeah, I would. If we get Webb in the building, man, we should not let this guy leave at all.
Fuck no. I'm just hoping that as soon as the game or the day after the game is over, they get him straight in the building. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I hate to say about the NFL channel, I'm up to the 25th, and they're not re-showing the American Bowl. They're just showing all the playoff games over again.
They should have it on the NFL Network because I got the network, so
I'm on the NFL Network. They're not showing it.
It should be in the. It should be like. Have you got like the replay stuff? Like where you can go into the.
I could try punching it in on my TV.
Yeah, what they call that on demand. It should be on the on demand.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the NFL Network on my phone right now. You can watch the replay of the American Bowl. But I might watch it after we finish talking here. Now that you've mentioned it, because I'm just going to log in on my TV in a minute, and then I'll watch it from there. Because I wasn't even aware of the American Bowl one. I knew about the Senior Bowl, but I just didn't know about the American Bowl.
I can't find it on my on demand either. Why can't I just? Okay, here we go. Oh, shit.
So it should be on there. If you go into NFL Network and then look for the American Bowl, the replay should be on there.
So I'm doing now. I'm trying to. I'll look for it later.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate all you guys hopping up on here, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody on the panel, man. Really do appreciate all the conversations. It was a really good week. Like I said, if we can find something to come back on tomorrow and the following, we'll keep coming back. And if not, like I said, we'll probably be back on. Well, tomorrow's Friday, right? So we might be live regardless. But I don't know why I was thinking today was Friday. Fucking dumb. But long story short, we'll catch you guys later. If you guys want to give a shout out before we bounce out, feel free.
Yeah, shout out to everyone who was on the panel today. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Once again, the chat looks pretty lively again, which is great to see. And shout out to everyone who watches the replay later. Don't forget to comment.
Yeah, shout out to the chat, man. All you guys, man. I mean, the comments you guys been throwing out have been on fire. I mean, that helps us keep the thing going. I mean, we can throw your chats in there and you know build upon what we're talking about. Getting more opinions, the better. So shout out to the chat and of course the panel. Dustin, of course, for running this thing, making it all possible. Aussie, always great talking to you as well.
Well, yeah, I appreciate all you guys, man. I mean, shit, like I said, works out really good with all of us. Having really good conversations, good questions, get to know the players more, get to know the coaches more. You get to just see different scenarios. And that's, I think, how you got to view when you're looking at coaches. I can sit here and have my views against Kubiak I want, but still we have to answer the questions honestly. So it gives you, even when you're trying to say something different, it still shows up like what it is. So I like it. Appreciate you, Frank, Raider Nation 510, Martin, Juan, Yeser, fucking Rosetown, Raiders Unleashed, Raider Mitch, Lou.
Okay.
Appreciate all you guys, man. Really do appreciate you guys chatting, commenting, going back and forth opinion wise. Really do appreciate it, man. So Nathaniel, same with you, bro. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great night. And we're gonna bounce up out of here. But what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say something a second ago? Mike?
Me? No, I was just pissed off that I can't seem to find it on
Oh, I
my
thought
TV.
you were gonna say that you said,
I'm sorry, man. I should mute myself more.
oh no, it's all good. For a minute there, I thought you were that you said, "Oh, I felt like I found it or something," but
No, I'm trying to, but I couldn't find it.
oh fuck it, it's all good. Sometimes you'll see it again. You'll see it again, especially if it was on the NFL Network. It's gonna move.
Yeah. Well, I can find it on my NFL network for some reason in Australia, so you guys should be able to find it there, I'm sure.
No, I think. Well, yes, I think the deal will come on, but like I've said, it's weird how our shit works. It'll be on for week straight, or it may not come on until a week. Like a week later. So,
because if I go onto the NFL Network on my phone, then the replay is definitely like the on demand of it is definitely on there. I'm about to.
Okay, I'm talking about my TV, my DVR service. I can't
Oh,
find
okay.
it on that.
Maybe not there. I don't know if there's a
Yeah.
subscription where you guys are for the NFL Network, because it's definitely on there.
I got it on my. I pay extra to have NFL, all the sports channels, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's
Should
not
be there
showing
then.
it. I scrolled through the guide for the next 3 days, and it was all other shows, and then showing replays of
Do you
the
have
playoff games.
Oh, okay. Do you have on demand though? Like
Well, through my
Yeah.
Xfinity, I have it on demand, but I couldn't find it on there.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
There might be a different kind of on demand that you're talking about. Though, I'm very, uh, I'm electronically challenged. Put it
Oh,
that way.
okay. When I'm saying on demand, is you have like what they broadcast live.
it's in the
which is-
internet or TV.
Yeah.
It's a TV provider like Dish. It's like Dish, DirecTV, things like that.
Yeah, I have
Or
Xfinity.
Netflix or
I have
whatever. Yeah.
Xfinity. Yeah. or Comcast, whatever. Well, it's my own dumbass fault. I'm the one that looked it up, wrote it down, and mentioned it a couple times, and I still fucking forgot about it. My own damn fault.
So, because I'm pretty sure it'll be on demand somewhere, which is like basically anything that's like where they have recordings where you can just watch anytime.
Yeah, I'll look into it deeper later. I was getting frustrated, so I'll wait till I'm not on the live show and try to find it.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll be able
fair
to
enough.
find it.
Or maybe just Google American Bowl NFL Network, and then you might be able to find where to watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Would love to carry this conversation on, but
Oh, good.
not really. But no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got to go too.
I'm just messing
Oh,
with
good,
you
bro.
guys. But
I
hey, I
gotta
appreciate all you guys, man. And we'll talk again tomorrow and we'll go from there. Hope you guys have a great night. Raider Nation for life, baby. We'll catch you on the next one, man.
Good night,
go.
everybody.
Peace out, everyone.